Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Shards of Nyrn here on Dork Tales. It feels like we were only here on Friday, which we were because we had a special game on Friday. So thank you all who watched us instead of going out to see Barbenheimer on Friday night. Nacro. I see you there. But, so yeah, 2 shards in 1 week, technically. Depends on when you start your week, but this week starts and begins with shards, so I'm very happy. So hello, I am also Kelly. I'm your Dungeon Master here. I use he and him as my pronouns. They're my pronouns, and I'm excited to be here for, the dumbest named episode I've had in a while. Welcome to episode 23, The Dragon Ball.
The best name, the best name.
I regret nothing. You know what else I don't regret? Having this cast of characters next to me. Let's introduce them right now, starting with Christine.
Okay, I am actually unmuted. Excellent. Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I get to play Malia Sunsworn, our Dwarven Tempest Cleric of Vela.
Nice. Over in the corner, we've got Amy looking very dapper.
Yes, hi, hello. This happened to be what I wore to work today. Hi, I'm Amy. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them, and I'm playing Tia Armstrong, the half-orc druid Circle of the Moon.
The moon. Also a big fan of the moon. We have Kat.
Hi, everybody. My name's Kat, and I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing Asen Right Wing, who also uses she, her pronouns, and she's our half-elf ranger tonight.
And every night. In the middle.
Every night.
Someone else who, I just dropped my pen. Someone else. Winter.
Hey, that's me. I'm someone else. Sorry,
Boy,
guys.
are you.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Winter. I play Mars, the Tiefling Rogue, and multi-class a little bit of Warlock. Yeah, that's me. I go by she, her, same as my character. And we're happy for the 2-parter that we left on a cliffhanger, guys.
He's just hanging off a
It's
cliff.
good.
No big. No big. And last but not least, over in the corner, we've got Robin, who gets to play a character who doesn't understand any of this while being a player who understands everything.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. Well, I mean, Fada's heard about everything. She just doesn't know how to feel about it personally. But she's
Have you heard?
all about this. I've heard.
You've heard.
But yes,
you've heard
I'm
the word.
Bird. Bird is the word.
No, the worm. Worm is the word.
Worm is the word. But yes, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns. I'm second gen gamer in the chat. And I'm playing Fadia Stardust, the astral genasi graviturgy wizard, who is the wish.com version of Farah, apparently. With her
Wish spell version of Farah.
Wishspell.com.
Wish spell.
But my hat doesn't fit with my headphones, so I'm sorry.
I can
Kelly.
just put a
It's no
digital
longer-
hat on top of you.
It's okay.
Boop. There we go. There's a hat on
yes.
top of your icon now.
Nice. Well, my
You
hat, my icon does have a hat already.
I know. You like it, dog? I put a hat on your hat so that you can be double-hatted.
Nice.
All right.
But yeah, Fadia is just like, what do I feel like in this situation, guys? What am I gonna react like? Huh.
Well, we're going to find out tonight, and we're also going to find out with the help of our sponsor for the night, Bookwyrm Games. Hey, calling all dice dragons, and all dragons in general. Did you know that Bookwyrm Games has 168 different types of dice, from acrylic to resin, metal to liquid core, even actual gemstones? You can get dice bags to hold your hoard, you dice dragons, or you can get trays to ensure that you're rolling safely. You can engage all your senses while gaming with candy dice, theme-scented candles, and much more. Go ahead and check out their 5-set mystery boxes or even a mystical item monthly subscription for fun surprises every month. And if you go to the website right now, check out their familiars, because they have a bunch that are coming right now, and they're real cute. They're real cute, y'all. So go take a look at that. Use code DorkTales to save 10% and free shipping if you spend 100 Canadian or more. That's a great deal. Use code DorkTales. Also, they are accepting late backers over at questchest.info for the Quest Chest Kickstarter. Because, folks, you all like immersive games, right? Right? Everybody likes immersive games? That's why we're here. So you should check out the Quest Chest by Bookwyrm Games. There you can engage all senses by playing a fully system-agnostic module with wax-sealed letters, metal coins, candles, actual tea, as well as narrated voiceover and custom music to set the scene. Secrets hide in plain sight with ciphers and puzzles for your players to decode. You can get the first 2 boxes of Quest Chest over on bookwormgames.com, where you can use that code DORKTALES to save 10%, or you can get 5 more plus stretch goals over on Kickstarter. Go check it out. It's a great time to spend with your players, a mix between an escape room and a module, and so much more. They're honestly like really, really good, guys. Like legit, I've got 2 of them. They're lovely. I wish that we could use them online a bit better. They
just released a like chonker glass die D20.
What?
It's so pretty. I put the link in the Twitch chat. It's so pretty. I saw them announce it on their TikTok and Instagram.
I'm going. Oh my
so
god, it's pretty.
Right? It's so nice. I
It's
want it.
so stunning.
Get
So
get a dice spin if
shiny.
you get that, guys. Like
Yeah.
seriously.
Which they sell too.
They sell dice spins. Just keep your oh god, the familiars are really Frogberry, Frogbert, Garnet, Gelato, Jelly
Have you
Bean.
not
I like
seen the
Jelly
frogs
Bean.
yet?
No, I
Jelly
had-
Bean.
Every time you've talked about them, I've gone and looked at them and I've been staring at them, wondering like who should get what, because I feel like we all need our own.
I feel
Right.
like Frogberry's probably mine. He's got a hat, which is pretty good.
Yeah, they're so cute. And they have little profiles like with their likes
Or-
and dislikes when you go into like actually click the page.
I'm clicking on Roberto.
Yeah, look at their likes and dislikes because some of them are really funny.
Yeah, I
Really
love
crunchy
Jelly
banana
Bean, but
chips.
Jelly Bean doesn't like coffee, so Jelly Bean and I might not get along because
Oh, Roberto dislikes cardio and the taste that banana chips leave in your mouth, which also I kind of also agree. So hey folks, you should definitely go and support Bookwyrm Games. Use code DORKTALES to save 10%. Also, folks, if you're looking for some coffee, I've already drank all mine, or else I would just show you my DorkTales mug. Oh, there's a lot of sugar at the bottom of that. I made a mistake. A lot of monk fruit stevia mix.
Yum.
Go to Bones Coffee. Use code DORKTALES to save 20% on your order. Get some coffee, folks. And they have iced coffee. That's all I
I want
can say.
their Indiana Jones and Spider-Man mugs.
I want the Spider-Man. Did they release the Indiana Jones mug? Is it up
No,
yet?
but they're
Just you-
going to. I know it's going to look good.
And
It's gonna look good.
what
Them.
does the Spider-Man mug look like? One second.
Oh, it looks amazing. But you have to buy the kit.
If only I was going down to visit my mom in a couple months. All right, so I can't use my own code though, which is sad. But if she buys it for me, she can use my code maybe. I think that's outside of my agreement. Anyway, hey folks, we're gonna be starting game in just a minute. Any last minute questions, comments, concerns from anybody here?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Many concerns.
I have a
Many-
lot of concerns specifically about what's going to happen at this ball party thing.
You're gonna power up. Good luck. Prepare for many social challenges.
Ooh.
Right? What happened last game? I don't know, Nacro. I wasn't here.
What's the dragon's power level? Over
8,999.
Oh, it's not over 9,000.
That's not over 9,000. No, he's still adolescent. All right. So without further ado, I think it is time for us to hop into game, much like the familiars on Bookwyrm Games. Brought it back. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and big announcements and fun stuff during the break tonight. Also, everybody put your phones on mute, because I think I remember to. Why did I just drink a bunch of soda right before I had to start the thing? Hold on.
Yeah, and I actually have to make sure my phone's like on mute because I have to use it for my spell book. So I actually have to like look at my phone during game because it has my spells on there.
For shame.
What else am I gonna use? I don't have spell cards. Buy me spell cards and I'll do it.
I'll just give you spell cards. I have a stack.
Okay.
Come visit.
I'm planning on it.
All right, there we go. All right, so without further ado, let's head into game right now. Last time on the Shards of Nyrn, you all finished your little recording session there and prepared for the ball. After fraternizing with some of the dignitaries, Mars made some inway with them. After that, you, after battling with Maximilian's lawyer, I should say, you continued to prepare for the ball, eventually being accosted by the by the vizier who wanted your help winning over the Sultana. Upon agreeing so, you prepared for the day, and the ball began. One by one, the guests were announced, and you prepared to do some wining and dining. After preparing to do a little bit of wining and dining, however, the sound of giant flapping wings echoed outside, and the heralds at the front announced a pair of guests that you had not intended to see. Announcing Garleon Zarnak the Great Worm and his consort, Faramina Hazal. In that moment, all eyes turned to the door. And in strode a couple of figures who you had not seen in quite a while. The first visible was Garleon. Tall, broad-shouldered, flaming dark red hair around a pair of curling black red horns. A smattering of red stubble across his humanoid cheeks. Dressed in a flowing green shirtless tunic. Breeches and boots that looked to be hewn from supple, dark leather. Gilded cuffs, clenched, strong forearms, and on the crook of one of his elbows, a familiar face entered. As sweet as always, the face of Faramina, Farah Hazal, was as you remember it. Her long, almost impossibly long blonde hair, golden as molten coins at a mint, flow down into braids that just barely hover off of the floor. Replacing her blue, sky-colored dress is a long, scaled silk dress of red that sweeps across her ankles as she walks across the tiled floor. The doors shut behind them. I hope that our appearance is welcome, Sultana. Guests, his deep voice says, echoing throughout the still room. We heard that there was a party with some old friends. Are we welcome? From the table, there's a giggle, and then the sound of glassware shattering. The Sultana picks up a glass, having knocked several down, and smiles and says, you're two big ones. The more the merrier. It's a big room. And tosses back her drink. Music? I want some music! Now! She glares over at the band, which lurches back to attention and begins trying to strum and play something to break the silence. The Great Worm inclines his head at her welcome and steps into the room. What do you all do? Now, mind you, the room is surrounded with all of the dignitaries. Meryl Silvershard of Fandelia, Sikra, the Goliath of Ustral, Oxen, the Ferryman of Exelar, Nazili Isbili, the Silk Woman of Alazar, Ganis March of the Man-O-Waste Genasi, Sagaro, the Tabaxi, who apparently led them here from Orien, Camogilo, the Sprigant Envoy of Serene, and, of course, your other friends, Gorwyn the Alfar, and Lady Lars Argsiegel of Emrys. Yes, Fadia.
So while they were doing that, like, intro, Fadia would like to try and activate her star sight in, maybe not so that Garleon and Farah notice, but she can do up to 4 times in a minute. So she would like to do at least one on each, trying to ascertain something about their nature.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so is it 4 times a minute, or so it takes a minute to use? Oh, I guess no, you can say it spends an action.
Yeah, so it says you can spend an action to do it. So, and I can use it, the star sight, as many times as.
All right. I may adjust that in the future. That's all, because it's a pretty long
Okay.
time. But yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So are they aware of me?
I'm going to spend a hurt them more to say that they are aware of you.
Okay, so I'll make a opposed investigation.
Who were you looking at
versus
first?
their- Garleon first.
All right, I'll take it as it rolled. He literally rolled his challenge rating, so
Huh, interesting. 17 plus 6.
okay,
is
that will
23.
succeed.
Okay. She's going to ask, needlessly cruel.
I believe that with this ability, I can answer not needlessly.
Okay. And then next, Farah.
Okay. Ooh, I remember Farrah's charisma score. So that is going to be...
Wait, because I might add my my determination to it.
Yeah.
15 plus 6 is 21. I'm gonna add my determination to make it a 26.
Would you like to use your inspiration tonight?
Sure.
Okay, you can re-roll that.
Oh man, a 15 was not good enough. Oh, okay.
I rolled an 18,
Oh.
and she's a sorcerer.
Yeah, I rolled an 8 for my second one, so my first one's higher.
Okay, you will look at her, and your star sight will not reveal anything, aside the fact that you can see that they are both very obviously dragons. So your star sight will reveal that they are dragons in humanoid form, and
Okay.
particularly they are calling them dragons is a little bit of a misnomer, though. It's like calling a beagle a wolf. Yes, they are dragons.
Are they the beagles?
No.
Okay. So they're more ferocious, is what you're trying to get at, right?
Yes, they're
Okay.
they're greater dragons.
Okay, cool. I didn't know which way that was going for that metaphor, so I was like, okay, cool. All right, so that's what Fadia will do as they're kind of being introduced. She'll kind of walk behind any sort of like table or something, trying to get behind anyone that to try and obscure her kind of glowing eyes, and then she will ascertain that. So that will happen because she knows who these people are, but she doesn't actually know who they are. So she wanted to try and get a better appraisal of them.
Nice. Just one moment. There you go.
Now this wasn't a masquerade ball, right?
This was not a masquerade ball.
Okay, where am I thinking that we had a masquerade ball somewhere?
We talked
I
about
don't
this
know.
being a masquerade ball, but it was not.
Okay, cool.
And I'm assuming that you guys have Vizier Alcus Tranan and Anael Oblisong, the Vizier, written down somewhere. So I'm not going to bother typing those.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so looking at them with your eyes, you are going to reveal that information. And what's everybody else doing?
I mean, I know Tia is a little bit at a loss of words and just sort of staring.
I think Asen might try to just back up a bit so she's out of view.
Okay. Make me a stealth
So
roll.
that she's not just right there. Oh my god. This isn't happening.
Mars will just kind of gently smile more directly towards Farah, and just kind of nod her head in greeting, basically.
Sounds good.
It's gonna be
Mal-
a dirty 20 from me.
Okay, so you're going to be able to fade into the crowd pretty easily. Malia and Tia, what are you two doing?
I think Molly's just not kind of saying much. She's looking kind of... I think she's trying to be blank-faced, but I feel like her performance check would not necessarily be great, so if Farah actually caught her eye, she'd be able to see just how, kind of hurt-looking Malia was.
Make me a deception check then. Okay.
6.
6, okay, so you look
Nice.
very gobsmacked. And Tia.
So Tia is just trying to process this because what?
All right, so without anyone else present, after looking around for a moment, Garleon and Farah will head directly up to you, where Mars, Tia, and Malia are. I'm assuming you're clustered together.
Yeah,
I think so. I think right when they were introduced,
we were all together.
I think at the end of last game, Tia was like, "What? What?"
Yeah, I think Fada probably does a loop and then comes back to the group because she just wanted to kind of do the duck out from behind the corner and then come back to the people because she's like,
Sounds good.
I guess you guys are my new friends, so I'm gonna be here for you.
So they're going to head right up to you. And as you are looking, if anybody wants to give me an insight check.
Oh yeah.
Asen, you're kind of hiding away from this, right?
She's just trying to mostly keep out of sight. She wants to kind of see what's happening.
Okay, give me a
But-
disadvantage, because if you're out of
Okay.
sight, that's going to obscure your view a bit.
Oh, I rolled double 16s.
I rolled a 3. So
19.
19? Okay. Everybody's looking at DC 12.
22.
22? Farah looks uncomfortable. Definitely keeping her eyes kind of down, only looking up when she really has to. And they are going to approach you. Garleon will take a step forward and look at you across the little gap that you have, assuming that you're probably over by the table, kind of over by the food table. Greetings, friends.
Sure.
Tia, it's been some time.
That it has. I didn't expect to see you two here.
We were in the area.
I had heard something sort of to that effect. Or I had a suspicion.
And I had heard of what happened in Mirage. It seems that neither of our groups can go far without creating waves.
Seems the case.
Was it him that it was him that we met at the top of the tower, right?
Yes.
It had not been like an
Nope,
another
that was him.
person, it was him.
That was him. And his black dragon.
Oh fuck! How? I'm gonna roll a courage check. Nat 1. Nope, Fadia's not saying anything.
Okay.
I heard you were visiting Orion?
Yes.
Hmm.
They had something that belonged to me.
Hmm.
It's the problem with inheritances, especially for long-lived races, is I can imagine that you understand better than most.
Yeah.
And much like that, I'm sure you can understand that the elves are particularly loath to return things that they have stolen from antiquity. We heard that you were fighting a god.
Well, we weren't really fighting a god, I don't think.
Then a pretender.
We fought someone who had cheated a god of his mantle?
No, I mean in Orkesh. That the goal of this is to woo dignitaries to your side to fight a god?
Yes, or something that may be reaching towards that. The specifics I'm unclear on still, but what's undeniable is that he's a threat to everyone.
Yes. They tend to be. Those that wield power indiscriminately. Power that they don't deserve. Don't you agree? Farah will look up and We're here to help. If you'll have us.
I don't think I'm in any position to deny that.
Her eyes are going to flit across both Mars and Malia as she's saying this. Yes, Asen. Sorry, Asen has her hand up?
Yeah, so there's a big bar here, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I want to go up and get a couple of drinks for our two guests. Because Asen's petty that way. She has no clue what Garleon wants, but her and Farah have shared enough drinks that she probably knows exactly what Farah has always liked. So I think she's gonna grab a drink for both of them and head back to the group.
Sounds good. Everybody check the our private chat over in our private group chat back on Facebook.
No! No!
No!
No!
I think through this, Mally is kind of glancing at Farah, but she's kind of glaring at Garleon for most of this.
Sure.
And she's eventually going to kind of burst out with, all right, when you burst out of the top of the Elven Tower, could you not have taken a couple laps around so that you got blamed and not us for killing the entire Elven High Council? Like, seriously. I don't blame you, but everybody's blaming us.
Well said, Malia.
That is very
If we don't
unfortunate.
finally join in the conversation.
They take the credit for being a dragon.
I was thinking about asking Carly on that if he was planning on killing anyone tonight, but I felt that rude.
If you don't intend to be that rude, then I don't intend to kill you for it. He'll say with a smile.
Yes,
The joke
you're
lands
right.
okay. The joke lands
Dragon
okay.
I've heard about.
Oh.
I've heard a lot about you, and you as well, Farah. I'm Fadia.
Hi. Where's Zeno?
And I think at that point, Asen's gonna step back into the group with the drinks. Good evening, Garleon. Miss Hazal. Drinks.
About that, Farah.
I believe you'll find this one quite to your liking, Farah. And she's just gonna stare at her. Just
I
Turn
saw
it
that
out.
Zeno was not quite Zeno.
Felt that male was not really their thing. Kind of flick eyes to Asen. This is Asen. Right wing.
hi. So good to see you again. Both of you, really.
I'm sorry?
Zeno is Asen. Asen is
Shape-shifting.
Zeno, yes.
Oh,
Zeno learned a lot about themselves and discovered,
so Asen now?
yeah.
Asen now.
Mhm.
Really, it started to put a lot of things in perspective, and that got a lot of things moving, so... Thank you. And she's gonna walk away.
Still the same person.
You're not wrong. Under her breath, quietly.
I never liked Zeno for what was between his legs. I liked him between what was between his ears.
Is there a lot between his ears?
Apparently not. She'll take a drink.
Not recently.
This is good.
So you're the Farah I've heard so much about.
You're the Fadia I've heard nothing about.
Yeah, I was in a gem trapped. I think we have a similar story.
We seem to have a habit. Leave it at that.
We have a
My
type.
people got destroyed about 3,000 years ago. I've been spending my time in the Crystal
Only
Archives.
3,000?
Only 3,000.
Oh.
So you've probably heard about the Doom of Cluttis, then.
I think I saw it in a footnote somewhere. Of course I know
Well-
about the Doom of Claudes. We're literally in the Claudessian Empire.
Yes. Well, I mean, a dragon.
I'm sorry to hear about your people.
I'm.
Were you were
wondering
alive
if you've
during
heard.
it?
Yes, I'm from there. I'm trying to find the reason why. I've heard of the stranger. I don't know if you've heard about anything like that. Someone who came and blew up.
I have heard of it. the writings of Alcimian al-Salad. Talked a little bit about it.
Who?
Alcimian al-Salad, an Earth Genasi scholar from about 2,000 years ago, wrote a treatise on magic, particularly earth magic, but talked a little bit about my my what's the earth language? I'm stuck on. I keep wanting to say Ignan. It's not. It's what's the language? It's the dirt language. Does anybody remember off the top of their head?
Like dirt language.
Yeah, like
No, I don't remember.
no, the language.
Just Terran. It's Terran.
Terran.
The very
Oh,
obvious
Terran.
one that you're like, it can't be that.
It can't be Terran, right? Thank you.
It can't be Terran.
It can't be Terran. Thank you, Terran, for supporting us on Patreon. Okay, so the translation's a bit rough. My Terran's not great. Fusion protocol. I can loan you the book if you're looking for more research material.
I would love that. As I said, I've been in I don't know if you've heard about anything called the Chrysalis Archives, but I've been out of them for the past 3,000 years.
You've been in a
Lost-
Chrysalis archive? Holy balls! How big are they? Like on the inside, are they like really big? Like really big? Like they've got like tons of books. How did you not have Alcimian El Sadat? I mean, I guess if you went in, how long ago did you go in?
The last one was in 800 years ago.
But how did you not have that book in? It was written 2,000 years ago.
I guess I didn't find it.
Oh, wait, I mean, guess if the Chrysalis Chambers were, or if those were stocked before the fall of Clad S, they wouldn't have the books, of course. Da. But still, do you still have it? Is it on the ship? Do you guys still have the ship? I saw the ship on the way in. I saw 2 ships. Do you guys have 2 ships now?
We
So
still have
Kelly,
one ship.
The Chrysalis
No,
Archives, was that a gem?
It was
like,
a big free-floating gem in the belly of that beast.
We couldn't take it with us, right?
No.
Okay. Cool.
It's a
Oh,
gem the
no.
size of like a coffin.
No, we kind of left it where it was.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yes. But if you have that book, I'd love to read it.
I'd have to get it to you, but if you give me like an address, I can have it teleported to you.
I kind of don't have an address. I'm kind of just traveling with them.
Can you do like a teleportation circle?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I can.
I'm just kind of traveling with them. Sorry, I was just like, ooh.
Yeah, you know what? It's really weird. They've got that stupid ship, and they still haven't put like a teleportation circle on the bow.
Well, it takes you doing it every day for 365 days to get a permanent teleportation circle there.
Well,
I
yeah,
could
of
start
course it
doing
does,
it.
but you could always do it in a time dilation bubble. Or you could just use some blood magic.
I don't know how to use either of that. I'm more gravity, and Fata will kind of like use one of her distort gravities, and suddenly like the whole area suddenly becomes very hard to like move in.
Okay, she's fine. They're both fine, but you're gonna see like a couple of glasses on the nearby table are going to break.
Mm-hmm. I work more in graviturgy than time.
Well, there's always more time to improve later, I suppose.
Yes, and I'm sorry, I got to start. I was in the midst of my graduate studies, so I'm quite the scholar. But I should let you get back to talking.
Yeah,
with
we can
your
always talk
friends.
later.
Mm-hmm. You have
Listen.
wonderful friends, Farah. They've been so generous and kind and caring and loving people. They've really accepted me as one of their own.
They'll do that. Well, it's been a long flight. I think we are going to grab some food. In the meanwhile, Mars, Malia, Tia, and your new friends. If you want to accept our aid, it's there.
Before Mars decides to leave,
Mhm.
she'll walk up to Farah and put both of her hands on her shoulders, like lean in to hug her, and whisper to her, "Remember, I always believed in you." And then she'll walk away.
Well, think about it. Let us know by the end of the ball.
What could you offer? You haven't explained that to us.
Quite a lot, I'm sure.
If you are fighting someone who's a god, they're notoriously hard to kill. One of the few things that can. And he opens his mouth and Farah will say, "Are us." I'm gonna get some food. And she will
Oh.
step away.
We'll catch up later.
Are you still in contact with the others from our little escapade? Jaroon and the strange one.
Haven't spoken to them since we left Vale. Why?
We're at a ball. Tia Armstrong, I'm making conversation.
Again, it's not particularly my forte.
Nothing that, coming here was not easy for her. He'll cast a side eye at Malia.
So why did you? Why did she? Why did both of you? Other than that it was on your way. Or in the air, you were in the area. Whichever. I'm not complaining, just I'm curious.
Because regardless of what you may think, you're our friends. You are her family, and you are my ally. My allies. We fought and bled for each other.
My thanks again for, say, your assistance on Vale.
Thank you for yours. I would have had a particularly difficult time down there without you.
Same. I hope that things are... that you're finding what it is you're searching for. And working towards. Not that I entirely understand it, but...
Sometimes I don't either. Well, If any of you wish to speak more, I'm certain that I'll be more conversational after my belly's full.
And I should probably go rub elbows with some of the other delegates.
A question, though.
What's that?
What is this? He sniffs the drink that Aeson handed. It's awful.
Can I just sniff? Like,
What was it, Aeson? What did you order for it?
Is it the same thing as Farah's?
No, Farah's actually, she put care and effort into Farah's drink. I don't even think she knows what she got for Garleon. It was something
Tequila and
red.
ginger ale.
You know what? I'm gonna fantasy beverage. Let's go.
I want to say, like, have you ever heard of like any of those like fermented milk drinks?
Like
Alcoholic fermented milk.
Oh, gross!
It's
From like weird
probably
cultures,
not
like,
good.
cultures and stuff like that.
And
All right.
If you look at the two of them, his is like this like gonna be like splotchy red, and hers is like this beautiful blue.
Yeah, roll me
crystal
3d10.
clear. 3d10?
Yep.
That's a 7,
Okay.
a 5,
12.
and a 6.
18.
Like her drink looks significantly nicer.
Okay, so that is Lizard Folk Wild Bone Marrow Broth, a hearty, savory hot drink specifically made for cold days, spiked with a shot of whiskey for the turning the cold-blooded hot.
You would think that a dragon might like that.
It's beneath him.
I blame
But
the
it's the
whiskey.
perfect amount of pettiness that Aeson was going for.
Do you think that she'll take offense if I don't finish this?
I think.
Probably.
Do you think that she'll
Probably.
probably be offended regardless?
Possibly.
Yeah. There's a good chance.
I'll take my chances. And he'll hand it to a serving tray that passes and grab a glass of wine.
That's perfect. I love you, Kelly. You're amazing. People don't tell you that enough.
It's true,
Tia's
they don't.
Just,
In
like,
the YouTube comments.
well, it would be a tragedy if we lost one of our few remaining greater worms to something like that.
Yes, there's only 2 left. Unless we want to hear a dragon roar, I should probably eat something.
Just
I think that the meat carving station's over there.
And
I'm sure you can ask for more rare if you need.
I'm not entirely. I believe the vizier was the one mostly responsible for organizing the food for this, but keep an eye out. The Sultana has interesting tastes in food that are not for everyone. Most sentient, sapient, living beings' palate.
Understood.
So.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good. All right, so he will depart to go get some food, leaving the 4 of you by yourselves and Mars flittering around the group.
Teehee.
So, what's the plan?
I think Fate is gonna check in with everyone, ask how they're doing, and then
I'm just gonna get a drink and go like hug the walls essentially.
I think
They're gonna
Tia's gonna
start talking.
try and find the least offensive beverages. Probably sticking mostly to water. Out of concern after smelling whatever it was that Garleon just had in his hand. No, we're not. And then is gonna, I guess, try and figure out who to approach first of the delegates. So she might scope it for a bit before doing that.
Okay. Okay, I'm just adjusting some stats of what you guys did already. Now, can I get an insight roll off of everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. I think Fade will probably go towards the Genasi when she's.
Okay.
This checks.
Nat 20.
Now 20?
I
Oh!
have a 6.
You have a what?
I have a 6.
A 6? All right, so you're not really noticing anything. Mars, everyone is watching everything the 5 of you do.
Oh my god. Okay.
The 6
We
of
gotta
you do,
break this
actually. Cadamus is around too, and was kind
Yeah.
of like hanging out nearby behind Malia, kind of silently, stoically.
I was trying to make friends with the ferryman because he seems to be left out a lot because he seems weird.
He's
But-
definitely weird.
But you know me, and as I explained last time, I can't say no to a boy in a plague doctor mask.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
can't say
gonna
no
go
to
up
your
and talk
goth
him.
boys.
No. Ugh. If you haven't seen the
It's
Sandman
literally
yet,
just Jordan in a mask.
Oh, I need to finish the Sandman.
you have to
Mm.
finish that.
Oh!
I need to finish that too.
All right. Well, we'll do a watch party. All right.
yes.
Let's go ahead and get your scores there. Passive insight. I got a dirty 20 off of Robin. I got a 16 off of.
Does it make any
Amy.
difference if I add my other insight onto an
Yeah,
nat
totally.
20?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right. So everybody here is going to notice though that you are all being watched very closely. What does that bring you up to? Above like what? 22, 23?
22.
22. I don't know about you, but so Robin, Fadia is going to get the sense that you were being watched particularly closely, and the handling of that has been noticed by Meryl Silvershard of Fandelia.
Uh-oh.
Okay. In a good way, or like a what do you mean by notice? Just like in general, like she was paying attention.
Yeah, she's paying attention to you, and she seems fairly good about it. Let's see. Looking... She doesn't seem perturbed by it. Winter, you are going to notice that both Seeker the Genasi and Janice March, the Genasi, both of the G people, are slightly off-put by your handling of that situation. Well, by your group's handling of Garleon and Farah.
Oh, it's uncouth.
And Malia, you're going to notice that you have positive reactions from both the Trient Camogilo and Sagaro. Both seem
Tabaxi.
to be the Tabaxi. Both seem pretty well, fine with what you did.
Malia might try and like signal Tia towards those two as potentially receptive.
All right. So what we're gonna do now
Go
is
back to overall watching the room, I think.
so as we are doing this, let's go ahead and do something weird. What do you say? Let's do some skill checks. And to do that, why don't we roll social initiative, please?
Cool. I'm gonna be right back, Kelly. If
Yeah,
you
that sounds
check the
great.
Chat.
How do you roll social initiative?
So what I want you to do, this is something I'm making up right now, you're going to roll
Oh.
initiative using your charisma instead of your dexterity.
Ew. Oh, my dexterity's better. Okay.
So this basically will just help us keep charge of who's doing what so that I don't leave anybody out in a big social situation.
Okay.
And I'll roll for Cadamus. Yep, he's relegated to an NPC with that roll. Okay,
Wallflower staff.
Where's
Can-
my Cadamus?
can
Was
I
it
get
maybe
some...
better than Malia's roll?
Yeah, it was better than Malia's. Malia's an NPC now, too. Can I get someone to roll on Robin's behalf for her initiative? I believe her charisma is a plus...
Sure.
+2?
I have rolled a 16 for her, so an 18, I guess. It was
Okay.
+2.
Sounds good. We'll say it's an 18 there. So what we have is we have Mars, then we have Thadia, who will miss her first turn because she's off camera, followed by Aeson, followed by Tia, followed by Malia, and Cadamus just will act when he's acting. So music is playing, people are dining and dancing. It's a very kind of casual, well, the vibe's casual, but the affair is quite fancy. Mars, as you mingle, you're heading over to Hot Goth Boy Summer.
Yeah. As you know, I do.
Nice. So, Mars, you're headed over to him, and he will kind of raise a glass as you approach. Ah, well met, Mars. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too. Are you enjoying your time so far?
So. I noticed that you had a bit of a drama over there.
You can kind of say that.
But I guess ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend,
Oh, not for
ex-thruple.
me. No. No, just it's been a long time since we saw her, and in my opinion, I missed her a lot. It's a lot of emotion to take all in a few seconds without being prepared.
You're friends with dragons, eh?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Interesting. There are very few dragons in Exelar. Most of them can't take human form. They're not particularly healthful.
No. But who knows what could happen, right?
To be honest, they give me the, what's the term? The heebie-jeebies.
Well, these two are very, well, I can only really speak for the woman of the two. Very trustworthy. But I suppose he has his merits.
Fair enough. Can you make me a persuasion roll?
A persuasion. Ooh, nat 20.
Holy crap.
Dang, that's 2 tonight so far.
That's 2 tonight. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, so, Fair. Well, so what is it exactly you want out of this? You said that there's a false god rampaging in Orkesh, and as much as Exelar loves its Orkeshian, Orkeshis, whatever we're calling them, brethren, I'm wondering what type of benefit such things would, such type of actions would lend to Exelar. I speak, of course, behalf on the Ferryman's Union, but our country is not easily besieged.
No, but imagine if our enemy crosses its borders, then what you know of Exelar might not be the same Exelar tomorrow.
I mean, Exelar is protected by the miasma, but I suppose if one was able to cross it without a ferryman, it would be someone with the power of a god.
And that's sort of exactly what we're against here.
How do you feel about biological warfare?
Biological? I don't know the meaning of the word. She doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Well, I could offer a number of inoculations, and, did I lose you with that one as well? Shots, needles, potions.
Oh, I love shots. Would you like a shot? But first we should dance, and you can tell me all about this.
Oh, well, all right. I suppose I could. Shall we?
Yes, please.
It's been a
let's make
while
this a
since I've
party.
cut a rug.
It's okay. I can lead.
Okay, so let's do performance dancing, please. Oh
Do
god,
the Wednesday.
it has been a while. That's 5, 7 for his dex.
Performance?
Performance, yeah. You know, or pardon me, for his charisma. So 7, so 6.
It's gonna be a 19.
19. You know what? Is it worth it? It's not worth it for him to use that. Is it? Just checking one thing. Pardon me 1 second. Is that just a d6? I think that's just a d6.
If it's something that I'm just talking to chat. If Mars knows anything, it's how to have a good party.
Okay, you know what? He's gonna use an innate ability he has and turn that into a 10, so that at least it's not pathetic. So he's just kind of.
Yay! I'm so proud.
I'm doing it! I'm dancing! Huzzah!
She'll just like laugh, but she's enjoying the time.
Okay, so you are going to get a point in Oaxen's favor there. Congrats. All right, so down the social initiative list, Fadia, what are you doing during this ball?
So I think initially Fadia wanted to go towards the other, the Genasi representative from, Genis, March of the Manaways. So I think Fadia is going to approach him for the ball.
Hello, cousin. How you doing? He'll say to you as you approach.
I'm doing well. I was wondering if you'd like
So-
to dance.
If I'd like to dance.
Hmm.
I saw you were
Right.
pretty welcoming over there of those drakes. Gotta say, I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of those of dragons?
Fact now. If I don't mind me saying so. There's a big bloody
Also-
bitch that's set right in the middle of the manor wastes.
Oh.
This blue dragon named Nazaru.
Oh.
Been there for a long time, caused us no end of trouble.
Well, I mean, those two dragons, well, one of them was an old friend of the group I'm traveling with. Maybe we can get their aid in either convincing by conversation or by two dragons against one dragon in another party. Maybe they can make your dragon problem go away.
I don't know about that. Can you make me a persuasion roll?
I can. I'll try. Persuasion.
Also, move your mic a little closer. It's a little far off from your mouth.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Well, it's because it's at the collection's angled away from you right now.
Not really. No, the camera angle looking weird. It's
Oh, okay.
it's like
Okay, you're better now.
okay, cool. Yeah, I tried turning it up in Audacity, but apparently not. I'm gonna spend my determination to make that a 23.
A 23. Okay. But what the fuck do I know about dragons? Aside from the fact they like to eat us.
Well, maybe having a few dragons on our side can help.
Yeah, maybe. All right, you wanted to dance. What dances do you know?
I'm from quite an old time. Do you know? I'm good with the waltz, the samba.
Oh shit, you
tango.
samba?
I do samba.
I used to teach samba.
Really?
No, I'm fucking with you, but I know how to dance.
Oh. I'd love to samba, and
Oh, come on, let's give it.
I'm friends with them, and there's a lot of history with those two dragons, and I'm just trying to get my bearings around that. I have no feelings really towards either one. I support my friends.
So what you want from us? He takes you out in the middle of the floor and starts dancing with you. Make me a performance roll.
Okay.
Here's where it falls apart.
Only a 13.
13, okay. Strangely, he got a 22.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
He's like sambaing around, Fadia. Are you sure you didn't teach samba?
No, salsa, but I took levels in sorcery.
I should have.
So do I. Just checking on you. What do you want from us? Like you want support, you want troops. Well, we ain't got much of that, but we do have is well,
we're looking for any help. The mana wastes are right close to our cache. If Whitehand becomes greedy,
yeah,
he thinks he's a god.
yeah, he come and try to mess
Stand
up
up
some
to
stuff.
him. Yeah.
The best we could do is environmental support and potentially troop movement.
Okay.
Look, at my disposal, don't make this too public.
Of course.
I've got 3 purple worms. The tame, we use them for construction primarily, and fortifying the wastes. Building sand cities and things like that. Plus,
That's fascinating.
the mucus is crystallizes into some pretty dope drugs.
Huh. Do you have any with you?
Yeah, never leave home with fucking out it.
I
You
have
want
gold.
some-
Do you want to go Do you want to go to high?
Are you sure you're up for doing worm resin?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. We're going to war against a god. I'm gonna get high tonight.
Oh, so we can count on your support then?
We'll see how it goes
Also,
tonight.
Yeah. I'd love to pick your brain. I've missed being around my people. Plus, I kind of like this, and she'll kind of caress his chin. I like this glow you have going on. It kind of matches mine.
Yeah, you've got quite a beautiful glow yourself. Yeah, shall we? Okay, I need you to make me a constitution save versus the worm resin.
Of course.
Oh wait, pardon me. This is worm resin. I need you to make me an intelligence save.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Because it is highly did you roll in that one?
No, I rolled an 8, so that's only a 18.
An 18 is going to be enough that you'll be functional the next day. You
Sweet.
You have just taken a massive dose of psychedelics, though.
Amazing. So they're outside just staring at like the stars or something, and Faye's just going, look at the stars. I'm part of that. Or something.
Nice.
Look at you,
No.
you're glowing.
What?
Look at you, you're glowing too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so...
Kinda like sparkles around you.
Oh, yeah, it goes... It's all like that, too. See? And he's gonna pull his shirt up, showing off, like...
Oh.
He's got a glowing abs.
Yeah, she's gonna reach out and try and touch his abs.
And I think we're gonna fade back into the party at that point.
Yep. Smart.
We're gonna see where that...
100 years for Fadia, so you know, at least.
Yeah, she definitely needs to...
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Asen, back at the party, what are you getting up to?
She was probably just kind of checking around the edges of the room. I think she was kind of waiting for Farah and Garleon to finish their meal.
Okay. So you're just waiting and not talking to anybody this first hour of the ball.
She did actually like that tabaxi too.
But if you think that she would just be waiting it out, that's fine too.
I think she would actually just kind of wait it out. I don't think she's really in the emotional state to try and be especially not like flirtatiously persuasive for somebody. I honestly think she's got a bit too much on her mind right now, and she's kind of just focused on what she wants to say to...
So we're going to cut away from you as you kind of sit back and get like corner drunk watching this. Like, get a little like... How many drinks have you pounded in that hour?
Probably about 4, so...
Make me a constitution save, please.
You got it, my friend. You got it.
And,
1 con save coming right up.
I'm going to spend a drama bomb to make you roll with disadvantage.
Ooh, okay, yeah, because I rolled a 17 on the first one.
Here comes that one.
And actually, no, the second one was a 19, so I'm going to go with the 17.
To hell. Go to hell.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I rolled my worst dice for it, too. So it is still going to be a 21, but if you want, we can counter that by saying she had a couple more drinks.
Well, we'll check in next round, so you're not drunk immediately.
Sounds good.
So,
okay.
Across the ballroom, let's check in with Tia. Tia, what are you getting up to tonight?
Okay, so she was doing a sort of surveying for the first little bit just to see trying to figure out who and how to approach. So she probably would have been keeping an eye on seeing who Mars approached and was interacting with, and probably saw what Fadia was doing a little bit, unless that was pointedly out of line of sight.
Fadia looks like she has taken the Genasi out for a talk.
Okay, so those two are covered.
Yeah.
Malia, I don't know if successfully signaled to Tia or not. The ones that she noticed at the start were how they was the Tabaxi and the other one who seemed to not mind how we handled the situation with.
Yeah, I believe with your role...
I did terribly, so...
I don't know if Malia has pointed that out to you. Malia, have you?
1 sec. I'm just gonna check something. Real quick. I do have sending prep.
Nice.
Excellent.
So since Tia apparently has not seemed to get my hint,
Okay. So you did
I
try
will
and hint.
sending
Tia
it
probably
into
didn't get it.
Tia's head
Cool.
discreetly.
Saying, what does she say then to like direct?
That one and
Check.
that one.
That one
But
and that one? Okay.
They
So
looked approving of our handling of the dragon conversation.
and that was the Tabaxi and the
It was like the Spriggan.
Brigand?
The Spriggan, yeah.
Those two?
Yeah.
Okay. The one who is made of tree. You know what? I think Tia's going to approach that one. The tree, the Sprigant.
Okay.
After some debating.
All right. So, as you approach the Sprigant, they are kind of standing next to like this big, like chiseled ice sculpture of a beholder that has liquid flowing through it and firing out its eye stalks into its own punch bowl.
Huh.
The Sprigant, as you're approaching, is looking around, like to see if anyone's paying attention. And as you approach, you'll see that they put their finger just in the edge of the punch bowl and start drinking out of their finger. Oh. Hello.
Hello. Don't let me interrupt.
Most fleshlings consider this rude.
I don't particularly care.
You are wild-touched.
I suppose that's one way to... Yes.
Have we spoken before? I am Kamogilo.
I don't believe we have. If I'm Tia Armstrong.
Tia Armstrong. Before we continue, I should state, my preferred are they and them. Unlike many of the Spriggants I know, I do not particularly feel a need to attach myself to one side of a spectrum.
Fair enough.
I apologize for the clunkiness of that delivery, but I find that being direct is much faster with your species. Well, your... pardon, type. They gesture toward all of the bipedal fleshy people.
Yes. Made of soft flesh and walking on two legs, I suppose.
Yes. What is a humanoid? A featherless biped. False.
Yes.
That would also ostracize those eagle people.
That's true. I feel like it's a hard to define and possibly irrelevant in many cases for most things. I suppose for myself it's any that seem appropriate for the language. It's not exactly rats don't really have gender terms, which was a revelation when I spoke to them.
You speak rat.
I speak many things. Many, many things. So it
Do you
seems
speak
to be...
plant?
I don't... I think I could.
Does
but it's not
the
something
speech
that
of all
comes to
things
me
just
easily.
does the speech of all things cover just beasts?
I believe it is just beasts, but let me check real quickly.
Yeah, double check that it's on the wiki.
Who is that different than speak with plants?
She has the ability to speak with most creatures.
Oh, cool.
That's her level 10 milestone ability.
Oh, no, it's all natural life.
Oh.
But you did. Oh wait, no,
That's
you did
true.
specify.
It does not work
Choose
on
a creature
aberrations.
within line of sight, such as. Oh, yeah, it's just a creature. It is a natural life that is creature.
Yeah, so it
type.
does not work on aberrations, but will work on monstrosities. Potentially.
I speak to them in their native language, however that may appear to onlookers, which is great.
All
Which
right,
means you
so
can- yes.
so yeah, you can speak plant, which you can speak the presently unnamed Sprigant language. Spriggese. Sprigatoni.
Yeah. Maybe it's succulent. I don't know.
You're succulent.
Oh yeah, creatures does not have to be mouth or make audible noise for this power to function. It can be used, for example, on plants as even a point on it. I love that. That's
Okay, great. I love that I
Amazing.
wrote something 2 years ago that still works today.
Yes, because I know speak with plants is a spell that she can get,
Mhm.
but I don't think she's really tested this one out. Unless she
Fair.
tried to speak with mushrooms once, but I'm not sure. Anyway,
Mushrooms aren't plants technically, which is weird.
that's true. They are
They're
something else.
closer to animals than they are to plants, which is weird.
Yep.
Don't read off on
Um,
mushrooms; you'll get creeped out,
I
folks.
think you mean cool. I love fungi.
Because you're
so
a fun
much.
guy. Now shut up. It's not your turn.
They're very cool. But Tia's gonna pause and sort of think for a second, and however these things communicate will start doing that. I don't know what that's gonna be. If it's
It-
like releasing spores somehow, that's gonna be funky.
Honestly, it's
Using pollen and like
it's a combination of like whispered words as well as body language and chemical trails.
yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. The chemical trails, yeah. And then the like rustling, shuffling leaves kind of thing.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Much
yeah.
like actually, and I know that many of you know this, but trees actually can communicate. They've just discovered that recently.
It's so
that
cool.
if a tree gets invaded by termites, it will release a chemical odor that convinces like other trees to thicken their bark in the area.
Same with grass. That lovely smell of grass is grass warning that predators are attacking it.
That's so weird. That's
Yep.
so the entire world
Tia
is
just
weird.
starts smelling like grass. Funky.
Yeah, you just start smelling. Yeah. All right. So you start smelling like grass.
or
and,
whatever it is to communicate, and we'll try and have a conversation in Sprigant.
Oh. You don't even have an accent. Where did you learn this ability?
Didn't so much learn it as it happened. After a encounter with possibly a avatar of Soph. Maybe. I'm not
The god of
100%
beasts and sea.
Yeah.
Strange. My question is, what would you like from Serene?
Well, I don't know don't know nearly as much about your culture and people and as I would like, but if it's too much to ask for combat assistance, then putting a resistance on your border to prevent them from trying to make use of it, escape, cross it, or pass things through. supply lines. I'm not sure
Supply
how they're
lines
getting things.
are our specialty.
But specifically to them, if you can, maybe, I don't know, bureaucracy, that slows things down.
Bureaucracy. Yes. I suppose we could. I represent the merchant guilds of Serene. We can acquire a number of objects or mercenary companies.
I see.
We could also contact the Nebrian Knights. Quick reminder, the Nebrian Knights is that group. They are one of the factions that was outside of Skillytown. And you spent some time with an old friend who had joined up with one of their orders. Black Knights, basically.
Right.
Because just because you're evil doesn't mean you can't be lawful.
Yeah, I think, was it, I want to say it was Marigold?
It was something like that. You want me to pull my notes? I got them.
Yeah, if you have them on hand.
That's, nope.
Marigold sounds right, actually.
Okay, that's Dragonlance. Hold on.
Watcher Bee is something completely opposite.
Hold on. I have many notebooks here. That was season 2.
I mean, I'll check through my notebook as well, so.
Okay, hold on. Reign of Emrys, Call of the Netherdeep, Fandelver, Arcos. Hold on, it's coming. What? Where the hell is it? Where's season 2? What the fuck? What? Is that it up there? 1 second, it is. There it is.
So, for my
Season 2.
notes,
Yep.
Tia, you're getting help from Nebrian Knights from
Potentially.
this guy? Potentially.
Okay, Skillytown. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Shards of Nyrn. Tunnel Vision. So it was after Tunnel Vision. So it was the wise guy. A group of mercenaries, the Black Stag Company, is camped outside of their way.
Like it.
Yep. Commander Neridi Kira.
Yeah, so there was them, and then there was the person who used to be a friend, who used to...
I think that was the commander, wasn't it? Oh, you're right. That was the commander that didn't really like you.
Yeah.
So I have Mayoral? Mayori? Marigold Flint. Yeah, right there.
Yes,
it's on the next page.
It was, yeah. Marigold Flint, yes.
Guys, I was going through my notebooks earlier to try to remember what the name of Garleon's dragon was, and I'm like, I gotta really digitize this crap. This is just like so many random notes.
Yep.
So many notes, so little time.
Ooh, I've got so many dragon names in here.
But there's only 2 dragons, Kelly.
Oh.
There's only 2 worms. There are many dragons.
Oh.
There actually are not that many dragons. There's perhaps only like 50 dragons in all of Ylos. But
It still seems like a lot.
it's a big planet. It's actually
Seems like a lot of dragons.
well, considering that there's 10 different types.
And we have met multiple dragons.
Yep.
Yeah, but to be fair, you've gone to a lot of places. You have met 1, 2. I'm not counting Farah and Garleon in this total. You have met 3 dragons. 4 dragons. You've met 4.
What about the green lady in
Green dragon, gold dragon, a white dragon that you rescued at Steep Hollow, and Nazarul. Those are the 4 that I'm remembering.
Yeah, I think that's about accurate.
So you have met
found...
you have met 1. What is that? 4. That's 1/12 of the dragons.
Hey, that's more dragons than most people could say they've met.
That's true.
Yeah.
Other timelines don't count. All right, so what are we talking about right now?
Sorry, I just found my notes from around that time, and I have no idea what any of this means. But I think these might be dragon things? I have a name, and then I have in quotations, most likely to enslave a village.
Is that the Black Stag Company?
No, I didn't quite get. This is something the World Shaker, something the Undeserving, something Eos the Beautiful, and then Nazar and
Nazarul?
Frognir. Fregnir?
Oh, Freed
No,
here.
that just says Nazar. And nope, that definitely says Frognir. Arion, the World Break Shaker. I don't know if these are old names or whatever.
I think those
but anyway,
are
it's
old
just kind
names.
but like early versions of some of the stuff.
Yay, Evolving Worlds. I have 4 notebooks of this, guys,
Sergeant
just in this
Marigold
timeline.
Flint used to be part of the Iron Shield company. I think we had a friend named... Oh, I have a note here that says Cordon died. I'm assuming that was an old friend. And someone named Flay is a bard now.
Yep.
Cool.
K-Flay. Wrote that song T-Rex for Nimona. Yep.
Amazing. Yes. Good. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting it. Yeah. So, yeah. Black Stag and the Knights of Tenebros. Was that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Nebrian Knights, the Knights of Tenebros.
Okay. So Black Stag Company, Lawful Evil Mercenary Company. Yeah, those are my notes. Cool. So hearing that, I think Tia's kind of gonna perk up a little bit and say, like, I'm sure they don't come cheap, but I would definitely be interested in being put in contact with the Nebrian Knights.
Yes. Do you think that you can afford to pay for them and their aid?
Depends on who's doing the negotiating, I think. Some of them like me. Some of them don't.
So you have funding?
I think Tia's mentally thinking back to how much just like gems she's got on the ship, that aside from the stuff that we lost in the lair, her own personal amount that she had, which was still quite substantial.
Why don't you go ahead and, because of that pause, I'm spending a hurt them more, make me a persuasion or deception roll with disadvantage.
Persuasion or deception? Okay, one sec. You know what? They're the exact same bonus for me. So, let's just grab 2 dice and see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
The answer is 7.
7?
Yep. The better roll would be 8, so... yeah.
Okay. I will have to think on it, but you have piqued my interest.
Out of just curiosity, what is their usual, typical starting negotiation rate?
How many would you like?
Okay, Amy doesn't know this. Tia probably does because she used to be a soldier. But how much? What is the name and general size of like?
So like a platoon, basically just for quick reference, you can say in terms of like 100 soldiers. If you need less than that, you could do it in groups of 20 to 25. But for like something like this, you do it by the hundreds or thousands.
So Amy has no idea, but does like a couple hundred seem like a lot, or like 100?
Tell you what, why don't you make me a history roll?
Okay.
To see if you have a good sense of this while I quickly double check services.
Amy doesn't know. Tia would be way more familiar with how this sort of thing would work. Oh, well, she kind of knows things. You said history?
Yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. For Nebrian Knights, I would say probably 10 gold per person per day.
10 gold per person. So
For the lower levels. If you're
And if we're
hoping to get some
doing
people
a-
who actually have paladin abilities, you're talking like 50 to 100 gold a day of service.
Okay, let me just double check what my gold, my current amount of equivalent gold amount is.
Now there are often company like plans that you can draw up with them, where basically it would be something like, okay, we're not going to pay you quite as much, but you get plunder rights.
yeah, okay.
Plunder rights can be very, very dangerous. I'm going to just say
Yeah.
that right now, because that leads to a lot of things I don't want to mention on stream.
Yeah, so that is not something that would be offered because
That goes Game
I
of
think-
Thrones.
I think he knows what that would entail, especially because we're talking about a lawful evil order.
Yeah, they definitely going to have some unpaid interns at the end of that.
So I'm just gonna put this out there that when you convert everything that she has back into gold, it's about 4,000 because I
Okay.
have not been spending it.
So you could afford about 100 of them for a short campaign.
Yeah. Okay. And like maybe
So,
one or two higher
One or two.
ranked.
So that would probably be able to hire them for a week or two.
Yeah. And here's hoping that it wouldn't go that long, but who knows? Depends on how quickly things
I'm going to double check that real quick. One sec, though.
encounter.
Hiring soldiers. 5. Just double check to henchmen's and hirelings. Skilled laborers. Oh yeah, I got a. That they have a +5 modifier at 5 gold per day according to this GM binder.
All
That
right.
makes sense.
So if I went for like 100, 200 people.
Yeah, it goes up to. So what's your bonus to attack?
Mine?
Yeah.
If we're just doing strength.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
strength plus proficiency.
Okay. Right now, my strength plus proficiency is +9. No, +11.
Okay, so that would be about 65 gold a day for you.
Damn.
It goes up to 256 gold a day.
Well, if I ever need to be a mercenary, I know where to get them. Be expensive, but neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you could make
I think
like
he is like thinking about this very pensively and says, I'll have to run some numbers, but I think we can afford that. That's not. I think we have room to negotiate.
Of course. I look forward to hearing from you once you've had time to run the numbers. I'm getting more punch. Care to join me?
Sure.
All right, let's wet our roots. All right, and Malia, as you're standing back, Malia, you're gonna feel a strong hand at your elbow. Are you doing all right, lass? Kadima says.
Wasn't
Annette-
expecting that.
I wasn't either. To be honest, I didn't know what to say, and seems like you were kind of caught off guard as well. She looks well.
Looks uncertain too.
Aye. But of what, I'm not sure. Do you want me to go do the schmoozing?
Can you?
Aye, with who? You point me, and I'll take care of it. I can't guarantee that I'll do a good job, but to be honest, I feel like every moment that we're not spending trying to win one of them over, we're insulting them.
All right, which one hasn't been targeted yet?
No one's gone after the one from Vandalia, the Goliath, the woman in silks, or the Tabaxi.
I'll go talk to Tabaxi together.
Together?
Sure, I'll help you out. Or maybe
All right.
helping me.
What do we know about this one? This is the one that's all negative, right?
I don't know. I've barely interacted with them.
No, but we had some recon done on them. This morning, we were talking. After... You've got my back.
Always.
Good. Oh, you big fucking pussy! He goes over to the Tabaxi cat person, in case Twitch is checking for what I just said, or YouTube is. It's a cat person, I'm allowed to say it.
Mally is gonna kind of look a little like, shit, and follow.
What are you doing, bringing a dragon into our midst like this without even writing a note? Oh, come on, you could have at least done a little bit of an announcement for bringing some randoms in from Orien. I've been to Orien. I thought you were actually supposed to have some manners. That's actually pretty good. Excuse me? Do you know who I am? Ah, you're a big fucking cat. With a wee tiny rapier. Don't you know that you should probably use an adult's weapon if you're gonna go out to war? You are audacious, sir.
Always.
I like you. Hey, I like you too. Even though you smell like a piece of shite. You've been traveling the entire way here in a dragon's asshole. Oh, I've heard that dwarves are very resilient to drink. Perhaps I can show you that. Oh, is it now? Perhaps we must have a contest of wills. Bartender!
Prowess.
Something delicious. It is a drinking competition, it is. I must warn you. My father drank himself to death. He was an alcoholic, and I am twice the drunk that he was. Thank you, Mama.
Well, if he drank himself to death, he wasn't doing it right. You're supposed to survive.
He closed an
hold his
entire
liquor.
brewery in the process.
Yeah, it can't have been much of a brewery.
No, it was a dwarven brewery.
Oh, mountain dwarfs, huh? Yeah, they can't brew. You've never tried hill dwarf.
All right, you can shut your fucking mouth right about now. All right, you've gone too far. You've gone too far with that one. You've gone too far. All right, give me the
Drink under
strongest.
the table, huh?
I'm gonna drink. I think you're in a bit of trouble. All right, so give me the strongest drink you've got. All right, let's see what fantasy beverage we're using today. We are going to be using. Boop, boop. That is going to be a. I'm going to roll the exact same thing Cat rolled. That is going to be 15 on here. Ba-dum-bump, ba-dum-bump, ba-dum-bump.
97% alcohol.
Oh no. The bartender is going to stand up on his stool and be like,
Absolutely. I can totally help you out here. Let's see. If you're doing that, let's see. We've got a tabaxi and we've got a pair of dwarves.
the gnome brushes his hair to the side.
Well, I have a little concoction here called Dwarf Mother's Milk. Sweet alcohol mixed with, well, milk. Milk. Fresh cream, as a matter of fact. I think you'll like it.
For sure.
It's like a White Russian.
Yeah. Fucking disgusting.
That's just like your opinion, man?
It is.
The dwarf
I'm
abides.
sharing it.
All right. It's time for the kitty cat to make a roll. Oh, look at all these hurt the morphs. Roll your roll with disadvantage.
Oh, fuck you.
Roll my roll with advantage. All right, first round of drinking is going to be a con save. That was going to be a 23 for Mr. Cat.
22.
Oh, and Catamus with the... Is that a nat 1 or a 7? That's a 7, which turns into a... like a 13. So he's going to take a level of exhaustion as he's drinking his... Oh, I forgot. I think I'm lactose intolerant.
You can stay in a different room tonight.
I think this is very strong. This is
Maybe
very...
in the stable.
Do they have a stable? It appears that for all your bravado, you have been laid low by a little bit of cream and Everclear. Or whatever this is. What, dwarven paint thinner?
Probably not wrong.
Well, I'm not sure that dwarves are very good at painting, but I suppose that this could be used to thin some paint. Another round?
Another 2 rounds. All right, 2 more drinks are set on the table, and to end your sequence of events, give me another roll. Oh, look at all these hurt them mores I still have.
Fuck you.
I am going to not use them. I'm going to save them because I still have several to use. All right. Woo-hoo.
All right. Well, not as good as I wanted it to be, but close
That's
enough.
good. What'd you get?
23.
23? All right, he got an 18, which means you're still above the threshold at this point. You are 2 drinks into the wind. This is definitely starting to be a little, like, warming. You're starting to feel your nose glow, and this beautiful red sheen spread across your cheeks. Catamus is going to take another drink as well, and is going to rally. Look, I can match you drink for drink, Mr. Kitty Cat. Then we will see how this night progresses. And with that is going to be the first round of social combat. The first hour is out of the way. You have neglected Meryl. You have Meryl Silvershard, Sikra, Nazili, and that's it. They have been neglected, which means you're going to have their dispositions lower by a degree. Enjoy.
Nazili was of Alizar, right?
Yeah.
She was
She's the Silk Woman.
She is the Silk Woman, okay.
She is the Silk Woman.
Okay.
All right, so the first hour of social combat has been done, and with that, the music is going to change. This event is going to last for 3 hours tonight. The second is going to begin now. And as it does, I need to ask, Mars, what are you doing? You've been cutting a rug with the ferryman. He looks down at you from underneath his mask. His like emerald eyes, was emerald glass mask pieces shine with a bit of love at you, and kind of looks over.
So, you seem to be spending a lot of time with me. That's unusual. I'm not used to having such beautiful humanoids spend time with me.
Well, why not? This is for fun, isn't it?
This is for fun, but I'm not necessarily a fun guy. Some people find me very creepy.
Aw, it sounds like you're trying to get rid of me.
Lady Mars, I wouldn't get rid of you well, let's just say that I appreciate the company.
Well, if at dinner we could sit together and we can talk more, but I think I should also speak with a few of the other dignitaries that are here as well.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, please spend some time with me again before the end of the night. I would love to talk to you more about what Exelar can do for you.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much again. And please, enjoy the drinks, enjoy the music, enjoy the food.
Yes, I think I will, although I have to be honest, I'm enjoying the drinks, but I'm not really much of an eater.
Oh, that's fine. I know a few others that are similar.
Oh,
And then there's me. I can eat very weird things.
yes. Well,
But that's a story for another time.
of course, of course. I'll be seeing you then.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, as you are headed around,
Mm-hmm.
where are you headed next?
The big lady.
The big lady. All right. So heading over to the fur-suited, not fursuit, but like fur-collared, business-suited Goliath woman who looks down at you as you approach. Oh, finally headed my way, are you?
You look amazing tonight. Please, can I
Yes.
get us a drink?
Yes, an ale, whatever stout there is. As far away from whatever those dwarves are drinking, it smells positively dreadful.
Any sort of flavors that you would prefer?
Anything with a good head.
Coming right up. So she'll walk over to the bartender and ask for. Well, she'll like. what's-
Mad Mountain Stout. That sounds like it would definitely help you out here.
Foam. Shook.
Beautiful, thank you, sir. And she'll walk away and bring it up to the. What was her type against her? Goliath?
She was a Goliath. So she's standing at about 7 feet tall. She has kind of like concrete colored skin with these marks that almost look like they're tattoos, but you know enough about Goliaths from your time with Thor and Bear Murder to know that they are natural things, almost like birthmarks or freckles.
Yes. Yes, I liked the giant woman. She is cool.
She has all of her hair, which is this kind of like platinum blonde, almost like with a little tinge of blue to it that's kind of braided around, but hangs pretty low down. It's very full in the middle, like braided with kind of like a coif in the middle, like almost like a faux hawk. Basically, she looks like she could be pink, as in the performer. Picture pink as a big lady. That's a nice, easy way to explain her.
Pink is a big lady. She tall lady. She's very, and she also like has such a presence, and that's why I'm imagining here.
Yeah, you've never watched
she's
Ted
got that
Lasso, right?
personality.
Sorry, what did you say?
Have you ever
Connor?
watched Ted Lasso?
I've watched all of it so far.
Okay, she's Rebecca.
Yes, Rebecca.
She's mommy.
Awesome. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh, good. Thank you. So, I noticed that you were surprised by that dragon that came in.
Weren't really expecting to see them here.
And why didn't you merely... Well, it seems that you were uncomfortable.
I wasn't uncomfortable.
No,
No.
your companions were. It seems strange that you would just sit back and let the situation develop like that. I expected a bit more fight.
It's not the time or the place. But my companions know what my stance was on our teammate choosing the path that she wanted to take. And I still, to this day, swear that I believe in her. And I don't believe in very many things. But I believe in her.
You know, I was going to say that you're full of bullshit, but I actually think you're being serious, aren't you?
Yes.
So you used to travel around with a fucking dragon?
It was a blast.
Did you two,
Oh, no.
Pity.
No. No.
I've battled drakes before, but never a dragon.
No. I see her more as kind of like a sister.
Yes. Well... So, Mars, what do you actually like when you're not trying to suck up to get advantages at war?
What am I like, hey?
Because I'm seeing you're very persuasive, you're very beautiful, but you're picking your words very carefully. Show me who you really
tired. I'm
All right.
tired. And I just want to be able to survive this war. And see what happens next. And hopefully it's a time to rest. And we really need help. I'm tired.
Why are you so tired?
This has been 4 years of just constantly moving, going, talking, fighting, standing up for what we believe in, and just, it'd be nice to be able to just rest without something digging at the back of your skull, you know?
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Were you born to lay in a warm bed? Comfortable and safe? Or were you born for adventure and blood?
I was born as something that was like a pebble stuck in mug while we were in Mog. And that's not where I wanted to stay. But before this, I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought that was life.
Yes. But now your life is adventure. And a
It
bit
is.
You can either embrace it,
That's true.
or you can reject it. And I need to know, if you're tired, how can I expect you to have my back on a battlefield?
Because when I make a promise that I'm going to do something, make a deal,
Yes.
that I'm going to see somebody again, I'm true to my word as well. So if I believe in others, like Faramina, I make it a thing that you can believe in me.
I see. Where the fuck did I put the thing?
I don't know.
Sorry, there was the one thing I needed real quick, and I'm like, where? What? It should
Yeah,
be
no problem.
Right here. That's demon. Oh, it's literally under the thing. Haha! I'm very organized. Too much lore. Too much lore. You're the one who fought Sikaara, the Storm Queen.
Yes.
If you want me to fight by your side, and to bring my kin, I need you to explain to me how that fight went. You need to impress me. If you do, maybe then you can have the might of the World Shaker clan.
And then Kelly, can you do a recall
You know what?
back
I
to that?
I think she will understand more than you will. So what I would love from you, I want you to make me a performance roll to tell this story.
All right, yes. Can I use my...
Inspiration?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Beauty. Let me see. And performance?
And performance.
Inspirational moment. Okay, so that's a good thing there. That is a 18.
19. Okay. So you will begin telling the story of that. And we're going to switch as you are spending time chatting with her. Fadia, what are you doing during the... You're going to be still busy?
Yeah, if my nat 20 persuasion roll worked, I think Fadia's probably
Yeah, I
busy
had you
next
roll
door.
off camera for something. So I'm going to put another check mark next to Janice. I think he's okay. Asen.
Can I make a con save?
Sure, you can make me a con save or a performance roll, whatever you want. Should I make a con save?
Yeah, I'll do a con save.
That's an 18 plus.
Nice. That is a 15.
That's pretty good after 100 years.
Yeah, right. 800 years.
800 years. After 800 years, I'm free. It's time to freak on Earth. All right, Asen, what are you doing? You've been sitting around for an hour getting drunk. I think it's time for another con save.
Yes, let's make it. So, where's my dice? There's my dice. That's 22.
22. That
I rolled an
sounds good.
18, and I add 4 to it.
Who are you planning to go speak with?
I think this round she's planning to go up and talk to Farah and Garleon.
Okay. Then I will save my drama bomb. So you head up to talk to them. And as you do, Farah is going to... sees you approach and... Do you mind if I... No, go ahead. I'll be here if you need me. And Garleon smiles at you and takes a step away.
She'll return, you know, she'll nod and smile at him.
So how are you enjoying it? You look good.
Thanks. It's more comfortable. It's more...
Your hair's a better shade now, too. It was too pale before.
It
Washed you
is.
out.
It's got a bit more of that golden sheen to it now. It just kind of works better.
Miss Steal my look.
Look, if it wasn't such a good look, it wouldn't have been worth stealing. So, anyways, how have you been? Are you happy? Is everything going well? Is that everything that you wanted it to be?
Those are a lot of really big questions.
I know.
It's only been a few months.
I know. But we've been...
Look,
I've...
Asen, I didn't leave. I didn't leave because of any of you.
Oh, I know. I absolutely. And it's what you needed to do. I get that entirely. It's okay. It's okay.
And yes, things have been good. I've been getting in touch with more of me.
It's fantastic. I'm really happy to hear that. Genuinely, I'm not being a sarcastic ass.
Yeah, you are, but it's okay. You can't help it.
Yeah. anyways, I'm glad you came to the party.
I wasn't going to, but he convinced me to.
I'm glad he did. I've been
He really does want to help.
dreading. Good.
I have
We
to.
could really use it. We could really use it.
I've been dreading to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've been dreading, and at the same time I haven't been able to wait for just this, I guess. I know it's only been a short time, but just so much has happened. And there's just so many things to say and so many things to tell and excitement for both our sides. I mean, I can only imagine how the things that you've seen since you left, that you've experienced. It must be incredible.
It's been pretty exciting. I've been practicing some new spells. It's pretty cool. And reading a lot. And you asshole. She's gonna smack you.
What?
I just realized you got bigger boobs.
Well, I mean, I didn't exactly get the choice. I mean, I'm not upset.
No, then
about
me,
it.
you asshole.
Yours are lovely. They've always fit you very well.
Yeah, you can say that now from the other side of Big Tit Mountain.
They're not. Okay.
You're like
yeah,
110 pounds, and 100 of those pounds are in your cup.
I know. And it's been a lot of fun.
How does an elven vertebrae support that?
I don't actually know sometimes. It's weird.
Have
A
you
lot
been
of it
wearing
is
my
weird.
clothes?
No, actually, I have
Did you steal
not.
my clothes?
No, I haven't stolen any of your
Did
clothes.
you steal my
Actually,
clothes?
I did not steal any of your clothes.
If I go on that ship and any of my underwear is gone,
It is all perfectly safely tucked away, neatly exactly where you left it.
so you know where my underwear is.
I was in your room before with you.
And you know exactly where it's tucked away? Hmm?
What? God. We
You
still
are
have all of your hats, too.
Cool. Good.
All safe and sound.
Yeah, I've been riding on Dragonback a lot. It's hard to keep a hat on.
I mean, I could imagine. So, I mean, how are you doing with your heights? I mean, last time you were.
I mean, it's
someplace
terrifying, but
very
I've got a ring of featherfall, so it's pretty handy. And
Yeah, fair enough.
honestly, there's seatbelt. There's like a hip belt.
I mean, I guess you have a saddle, I guess, then, right?
Oh yeah. You don't bareback a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this food's weird. I think some of it's alive.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Does
like
Malia
they
hate me?
mentioned.
Does Malia
What?
hate me?
No, she doesn't. It's just I know the last interaction the two of you had the day you left was trying, but
I just saw the way that Cadamus was looking, and he looked like he was ready to like throw himself in front of a cannonball.
I mean, whenever it comes to Malia, that's his general default.
Oh my god. Did they finally Are they finally talking? About
yeah. I mean, they don't publicly directly say it,
Oh no, they're
but
dwarves.
they're
Why
very,
would
very
they?
blatant about it. Well, exactly. They're very blatant about it still, and it is very obvious. I don't think they might know, but everybody else does. I'm starting to think that, that even Cadamus is starting to pick up on it. I mean, Malia, we knew for ages, but I think Cadamus is finally starting to really pick up what it is.
Do you need help drinking that?
Yes.
Race you to the bottom.
Okay.
Alright, let's make some con saves.
Woo!
Ooh!
I got a 14 on that one.
Alright, 14. You know what? Farrah's got a 24? 6? Yo! She's a sorcerer. They have con saves as a primary.
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, so drink. And so drink. Yeah! So you're gonna spend time doing that. Tia!
Yep.
Okay, so
Who are you spending time with?
That was the Sprigant I spent time with. The
There's also the Silk Lady that hasn't been talked to yet.
Yeah, so that was the what's her face? Nazili? And has someone already spoken with the person from Vandalia, Meryl? Yet? Mars was talking to Secra.
Yes. You have not spoken to Meryl, or Nazili, and no one has spoken to Lars or the Sultana at all either.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we are keeping.
It's like, who needs to talk to the Sultana?
You doing okay, Kat, after that emotional scene?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
good. You got a little cry at?
Yeah.
It's
Just
good. I was feeling it too.
bit.
I was feeling choked up too. I was feeling choked up too. All right.
Some of those pauses weren't acting.
All right. I know. Me either. All right. So, Tia, where are you headed?
I'm so very tempted to go talk to Lay's Arcsigle memories.
Okay, you're gonna go speak with Lady Arcsigle, who is sitting and drinking in the corner, kind of looking at this. She's gonna look at you as you approach, raise a glass. Good evening, my lady. This is boring as hell.
I guess it depends on your concept of boring. I'm not particularly bored.
Well, you're burning some bridges right now.
Well, I seem to do that no matter what. I think
right?
There's always going to be that outcome because you can't make everyone happy.
Exactly.
This is not my usual field of combat. Although combat seems a little bit too aggressive considering we are trying to get assistance. But then again, sometimes if you fight some people, that is how you get their assistance.
Well, I imagine that they're going to be pretty pissed that you're talking to me. I know for sure that the Tabaxi is not a big fan of me, and neither is the envoy from Vandalia.
Any particular reason, aside from just being from a different country?
Oh, bad trade relations, let's say. They weren't able to pay some fees, so we absconded with some things that were rightfully ours by agreement.
Ah.
You shouldn't sign something if you're not willing to hold up to the letter of your agreement. That's just my thought.
Well, I think there's some cultural differences in concepts of what counts as binding, so...
Please. If you're from Orient, you're as much... Never mind.
I haven't been to Orient, I don't know, but...
Oh, you'd love it. Tons of masks and faloofy outfits. It's actually where I got this shirt.
It's quite nice.
Right? Isn't it good? I think you'd look good in it too. Really would bring out the green in your skin.
Everything
Now I have
brings
to
out the
ask.
green in my skin.
Queen of the Elves. Is that difficult for you?
It hasn't...
Have you known for long, or did you recently inherit it? What's it like being royalty of a people that probably don't recognize you?
Well, doesn't seem to come up very often. But then it does in weird places from people who I wouldn't expect it from. It's not like I advertise it.
I need to ask you a very important question. How do I know this? Because we're not the only ones with skyships.
Mm-hmm.
The Arduce of the Elven Nation is presently looking for you. The first elf. Or first citizen, I forget the translation. My Elvish is a bit rough. But
Mine's not most perfect either, so those older titles tend to not.
Apparently after a little problem they had in Azabek, there was a bit of a coup among the remaining powers that be. The one that resulted from it has made it a...
Can it really be a coup when there's a power vacuum left
I suppose
open?
I suppose you have me. You have me dead to rights there. No, but the head of the Elven Security Forces, Telthion Mirkael, has claimed himself as Arduce.
I think Tia's trying to remember if she has ever encountered this person, because I know we witnessed them, but I don't, like, in an episode, but I don't remember if we actually encountered them. We spoke with them, didn't we, briefly?
Yes, you did speak with them. And you were flagged and apprehended by his sources.
I went to roll to see if Tia remembered speaking with that person, like recognized the name. I rolled a 2. She's like, I don't know, maybe might have encountered.
So you received a message from him at one point.
I believe that was when we were coming
in,
yeah,
that said you needed to report to blah blah blah, and then I'm looking through my season 3 notes. I've got so many of them. Ancient Tome, Talus Vanoth, that was your family. God damn, there's a lot of notes in here. You were accused. Oh, there we go. I've got this entire. I have the entire speech that Garleon gave. It even has explosion written in asterisks. See?
Yep. Beautiful.
Everybody, go watch season 3. The Measure of Elves is a great episode. When the Star Chamber exploded. Yes. So anyway, back into game. Yes, is looking for you. Is looking for you. Has claimed Arduce, a dictator of the elves. They've got ships at all 4 corners.
Good to know. Honestly, everything that happened in around that time is such a blur of... A lot happened in a very short amount of time. I I could probably recognize the face, but then I couldn't put the face to the name.
It's not a particularly pretty face, but
Hmm.
well, I mean, it's an elf. They're all kind of pretty, but so why am I worth pissing off the rest of them to come talk to?
I hadn't really thought about that part. You seemed like an interesting person to talk to, and honestly, I was kind of curious to continue on about what you were digging up down below. And
What would you like to know?
well, did everyone make it out after that? After the earth shake, tremors?
Most of them.
Okay.
We're going to need another Thaddeus, though.
Noted.
It's our third one.
Are they all related, or do you just? Are they just? Is it
Honestly,
just a nickname? Like, is that the title of the job, or?
You know, I'm not in charge of hiring, so I think it's just a coincidence.
Huh. Okay. Or is it just a very, very common name, like?
It's fine among the rabble. We were able to get, but luckily we were able to stabilize the mine before any of the archaeological find was damaged.
It's regardless of how you look at it, they are still at least mostly living creatures. even if they're
And to lose
preserved
them
for
would
the
be
moment.
practically genocide on their race. Or extinction.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear they're not been damaged.
As am I. Honestly, it's one of the only benefits of coming out here. I'm not a huge fan of the northern provinces, countries, whatever.
What are your thoughts on the situation in Orkesh?
I'm really confused by it, to be honest. The idea that something as primitive as a half-orc warlord, and I don't mean any offense to the Orkeshian people. I know that you were Orkesh was trying to make something of its
He was
blighted
trying to-
landscape and reforge a society. But to have some, if I may, shitheel come up from the rabble like that with sheer savagery and
How did he get as far as he did?
to
No
get that
tact and-
power. If he really
I have
is
a
throwing
theory. I have no idea if it's even remotely correct, but
Please.
he doesn't seem the type to really be much of a genuine leader.
No.
And from what atrocities he's committed, I probably wouldn't necessarily be welcomed in most of the communities. He's
So
gonna
how do you
cause
think-
problems. Probably got kicked out, sent out to somewhere that, like, one of the more desolate regions with nothing there, and tripped over something that people was long forgotten by accident.
So you think he gained the power of a god by accident?
Well, right place, right time. No one else looking there.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Hmm.
And I'm just guessing. I honestly don't know. I've never met the guy.
No, but in your experiences, in all of your travels, all of your adventures, have you ever heard of something like that?
Like what? Just stumbling across a ancient power source?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I mean, if you can make your way into the Feywilds, you don't really want to walk into them I would think.
Mhm.
Can I insight her a little bit? Just get a
Please.
vibe. Because
Yeah.
Tia's happy to just talk about stuff, but because she's so far every insight check I've done, I've been like, this person's truly genuine, and I want to be, and means good things. So
I have a 32.
all right, so you definitely beat me. My insight is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is pretty good. So she seems very
Yeah.
curious and
Yeah, it's
the
From-
Feywild, you say.
well, that's where one of them is. I don't know. Time works differently there.
One of what?
It's-
Let me freshen your drink.
I don't know if you would even ascribe to this description, but a god fount. It's a wellspring of a dead god's power that they either I left there or they spent time there and it collected. I'm not sure how it works, but unless you happen to know a really specific location where a god died or left things or spent a lot of time, and a lot of those places are lost to time, so yeah, it could be anywhere.
I suppose there's one place that you could look up the type of information.
Where's that?
The Infinite Library. But you'd have to be foolish enough to go into the Astral Reach.
Right, that's I remember someone mentioning that.
Cheers.
I mean,
Here's
I'd
to
definitely be
pissing off
curious.
Vandalians.
I have nothing against Fendelians, but here's to learning things.
Perhaps you need to meet some more. Ting! And as you were doing that, Malia, you are having a drinking contest!
Yes. We are.
Drink, 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 drink! Oh crap! There's that 3. I must spend Hurt the More to reroll that. Oh crap! That's a 2.
There's my Dork Tales.
Are
for
you shitting me?
24.
Are you shitting me?
I pulled out the metal dice specifically for Malia's
Okay.
drinking contests.
Okay, so drinking with that, this cigar was gonna. So, I think you. Oh, actually, Catamus is gonna roll 2. Hey, Catamus rallies with a 15, so he's a little. Come on, you fucking cat. Look, each of you is very. I do not think it's fair for me to be competing against 4 dwarves. You two, he points at you, Malia. Hold your alcohol very well. But it is cheap trickery to double team me like that. With your 2 boyfriends. He looks at Catamus. What is, I'm awake.
I
Alrighty.
feel like I've won.
You have... What is it that you want from Orien?
Do you want to join us in kicking some like stupid ass warlord's ass?
Hey,
I figure he's gonna be a threat to everybody around him eventually, because he'll just keep gaining power. But in the meantime, right now, his ass is ripe for kicking.
It is true, because right now he is along the edge of Ustra, and the dead coast. If he is blockading Orient supplies, he can provide ships to
No, the other way around. If he is getting supplies from the sea, Orion can arrange I'm
gonna make another con save. That's a 3.
Excuse me. Hold
on. Vomits noisily into a spittoon.
I'm back. I feel much
that's
better now. What?
You chucked a bunch of the alcohol. You can't do that and still enter the conversation, into the competition.
Oh, fine. Give me another.
You have to catch back up.
Okay, he rolled a 7 on that
That's
con
at least
save.
3 glasses worth.
I would be willing to help you assist with the blockade. Troops?
Excellent.
Orion could not provide troops, but we can make sure that if he has any allies, they will not come from the sea.
Mally will like hold out a hand to shake on it.
He will miss your hand with the first grasp.
Mally will help him correct.
Thank you, young lady, he says to
Good
no one
contact.
next to you. Very good. We have an card. I would like another drink and some crackers.
Let's get something else to drink this time.
Oh, I can absolutely help you with that. My special.
And he'll roll a
Ale. Of course. Let's see. I have some freshly imported gnomish gold. I think you'll like it quite a bit. It's not quite as strong as dwarven, but it does have a richer, full-body taste with little undercurrents of butterscotch.
All right, sure.
I think you'll like it.
It's okay. It's fine.
Mally won't piss off the staff.
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear, though. And as you take your drinks, you will give your little cheers to not Sagacio, to Sagaro. And I think at that, let's take our break a bit later than normal, but let's take it right now. So folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right. Hello, everybody. Good to be back. Robin has decided to sit the rest of game out because she had injured her ankle a while ago. So I'm just going to pop my Fadia picture. Boop, boop. What? That's where the Fadia art's supposed to be. Where is that Fadia art? Anyway. Hello, everybody. Good to have you there. Join the Discord. And join our YouTube. Go hit subscribe on YouTube. It's free. Also, real quick before we hop into game, did anybody share the new picture of Farah on the Discord?
Mm-mm.
Okay, this is what everybody was gasping at earlier.
It got shared. It's in.
Oh, did it get shared?
I
Transform.
put it there. But it's there.
Fit to screen. Whoop. So some alternate art. Which was me photoshopping the hell out of our wonderful Hela's image of Farah into a now red outfit. I've had that sitting on my desktop. I honestly, whole arc has been planned so long. I want you to guess what the date on this image is. So guess.
Oh, the date for the new one?
Yeah, for the red outfit.
I think that was done before she actually left with Garlean.
So this image was made in February 23, 2022.
Oh, okay.
You know, just a casual 18 months. Casual 18 months. And that's not the good one. There's another one that I can't share in chat. I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, there it is. I'll have to make sure that's good. All right, so folks, we are going to be heading back into game after that brief pause. Oh, that's right. I was going to throw an image of Fadia up. Fadia. So yeah,
Also,
everybody go.
I saw that the Farah slide on the ad break.
What? What about it?
Nice. Haven't seen that in a while.
Oh, it's been up there every time. Is that a? We'll do Fadia with her hat.
Yeah, I think she'd like that.
I think she'd like that. So Robin, I hope your ankle feels better. But your character's otherwise disposed, so I think it's fine. Go do what you can. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Pop her down there, and pop her behind the frame. There we go. All right, big Fadia, big woman. Yeah, I know it's fair. All right, so folks, I know. So it is time for us to head back into game right now. Let's wrap this one up. Quick reminder that if this is your first time here, be sure to come back tomorrow night for a very special episode of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. And we are here with a ton of games this weekend. What are we at? We've got Mage the Ascension on Saturday night. We've got Dreams of Arcos at noon on Sunday, which has been lore dropping this game like crazy. And then you definitely want to, if you're on our Patreon, you get access to Panic at the Radiant Citadel on Sunday night, which is our third episode of that, where the entire cast is a thirst trap. So you definitely want to do that. You can get 6 additional episodes by joining our Patreon for $5 US a month. It's a really good deal, and you get a bunch of other stuff. Go check it out if you want to. If not, those episodes will be publicly released after 3 months. So you can just wait if you don't have money. So, we like to not paywall that stuff. But yeah, you definitely want to come back for Dreams of Arcos, though, because it's a Greco-Roman campaign, homebrew, and it's super epic, and we have people who cosplay like Minotaurs and Medusa and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And there's more homebrew coming. Yep. All right, so with that, yeah. So we should hop back into game right now. Let's get that music playing, and let's go. The night progresses as expected. Well, perhaps not as expected for some of the attendees, but you've been making your way around. You've been making inroads with the various dignitaries. At the top of the 3rd round, Mars, what's your plan?
Right, so who else has not been talked to yet now?
The dignitary from Fandelia and the dignitary from Alizar.
From Alizar.
So the Silk Woman and the blonde who looks like Saber from Fate's Day Night.
Whoa, okay. Oh, wait, what was the other one's name, though? I have Meryl and who else?
Nazili.
Nazili is Billy?
Nazili is Billy.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know as much of the Alizar people as, like, we had that whole thing that went on behind the scenes with Vandalia. So I think I'm gonna try hanging out with Nazili.
Okay. So heading over to her, you can see that she is like full body silk, layer upon layer upon layer, keeping herself cool with a long fan. The only thing that you see that is really like accenting her outfit, giving her any form at all, is this immense belt that wraps around most of her body. Like around her waist, around, it kind of cinches between her breasts, giving her a bit of a feminine form. And as you approach, she looks up at you from beneath her veil. You can see that she has very dark eyes that kind of look like molten brass.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing tonight?
Feeling ignored.
Oh, honey. Honey, no. Let me get you a drink.
I do not drink alcohol.
Then what would you like? I'm sure there's more than just alcohol.
I will take fruit juice if it's available.
Of course. Of course. So I'll go to the bartender and be like, what do you have for fruit juice?
I've got pineapple, I've got dragon fruit. Not really dragon fruit. It looked, I don't even know why we call it that.
Funny.
Yeah.
Could you make like a punch? And give it a
Um,
little bit of spritz, but no alcohol, please.
Yeah, of course. Give it a little bit of fizz. I can do that absolutely. Give me a second. Oh, juka. This first one's not great. Let me try again. Oh, that's okay. All right, we'll just do some pineapple juice and some spring water. Wow, this is okay. Well, it's passable. He'll pass it over.
Right, and can you make another one for me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's a little
need-
better.
Perfect. So I'm planning to give the little better one to her.
All right.
Yeah.
So she sits nearby. Like honestly, her dress is like, you know, those like Southern Belle kind of
Yeah.
like her silks extend a good 3 feet from either side of her.
I'm imagining, like, I think her name was Charlotte from The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, it's like that,
Yeah.
but like these like mixed
Silk.
kind of with like almost like, I don't want to say it's like a hijab, but like kind of like it's very, very heavily layered silks and that full body coverage.
Oh, cool.
Like we're talking like probably 1,000 gold worth of silk.
Yeah, that's where she arrived, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the drink. I appreciate it.
Of course, of course. So you're feeling ignored?
I was wondering why you invited a dignitary from Alazar and then did not bother to speak with them for 2 hours while flirting with members of the Manor Wastes and the Exalari. It appears that even those barbarians from Ustral received more consideration than I.
Oh, I'm very sorry you feel that way. But let's not let that ruin this moment, though, of course.
How do you stand it? This insipid music. There's no life to it, no energy at all.
No life, no energy. Can you tell me about the music that you're used to? What's it like?
Drums, the racing of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Music that you can swing to dance to.
You
What
know.
kind
Sorry, go ahead. You first.
What kind of person are you, Mars? The Nyrnite.
That's a very loaded. That's a very, very loaded question.
You wish me to spill blood.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that you've been spending time with the Exalarian.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't accept anything that that man offers you. He is obviously strange. Plague-touched.
Wouldn't you also look at me, though, and not call me strange?
Just because you are Nyrnite does not mean that you are strange. It means that you are different. That man is a cancer. He carries with him the blight of 1,000... There is a reason that Exala has been sealed off for generations. The very fact...
I'm actually not really well versed in what all of this is. Would you care to enlighten me?
The Exalari are a plague-ridden people. They have been sealed away by a dark god who wishes to contain that darkness inside of their veins. The ferrymen are the only one who are allowed to leave once you enter, but that doesn't mean that they don't escape. It has been Alazar's solemn vow to keep the barriers of Exalar functioning. Most of the plague-ridden can't make it through Ustalar. I keep saying Ustalar. Can't keep making it through Ustral. The mountains, the cold, it's too much for them. But we are arid, temperate.
Mm-hmm.
The plague-ridden funnel into our lands. And it is up to us to make certain that they die before they infect our populaces, bring pestilence and plague to us.
Oh, I never considered that. But I'm also picking up on something a bit more personal. Tell me the truth.
The truth.
There's more to you in that. I can feel it.
Yes,
Yes.
it is my mission to make certain that each one of them meets their doom.
Why is that made your mission?
I am one who hunts the blood. Like my mother before me and hers before her. Would you like a demonstration?
I'll remind you that this is neutral ground. If you do something, you might cause more of a rift than you're expecting. Look around you.
Make me persuasion roll with disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, because she's pissed off, damn it.
She's pissed off because she doesn't drink. Okay. And persuasion, so that is adding on.
Do it. Do it.
+4, so it gives me 12.
12?
12.
What's wrong with a bit of... a bit of... exhibition? I thought you were a great warrior.
I'm not really the warrior type. That's more Tia. But I don't want to disappoint you either.
Fine then, duel me. To first blood.
Of course.
Okay. And with that, she will stand up, and the chair that she is sitting on will suddenly rock back from her as you notice that she kind of does one of those like drop back kicks that kind of sends it careening. And that is when you're going to notice that she, underneath these swirling silks, is wearing very nice high-heeled riding boots. You're just going to see the soles of.
Okay.
They are stained red on the bottom.
Like
but not
Louboutin?
like Louboutin, but they're stained with blood.
Nice.
And with that, let's get an initiative roll here as the square is cleared.
A little action for tonight. Here we
action.
go.
I'm not gonna lie. I love Azili. I love Azili. She's mental, but I love her. Okay, let's roll. Well, you have advantage on initiative, so that at least goes up by 2. That is going to be a 16 for initiative for her.
Mine was an 18.
That is going to be good for you. So... all right, she kicks her chair back.
I thought you like froze for a second. I was like, oh no, Kelly, come back.
No, I'm gone. Hold on, let me just refresh something. Bye. All right, so it is Mars and then is Billy. There we go. All right, so Mars, as she kicks back, she is going to reach her hand down, grab the edge of her belt, and pull it out. And as it does, her silks will kind of fold down around her, and her belt, which wraps around most of her body, is going to pull out. And you are going to see that the underside of it glitters steel. So I need to show you something that I did not know existed.
Until recently.
Yes. There is a type of sword that exists called, is this it? Called an Arumi.
An Arumi.
Yep, I'm going to put a link in the chat right now. It is a sword from the Indian subcontinent that is basically a whip sword. Some of them have been stated to have 100 blades or something like that.
And they kind of move like a snake?
They move like a snake. They're basically flexible swords that you can use like a whip, but they're full blades.
Mm-hmm.
They are ridiculous. All right, so she's going to whip that out. And what do? It's your turn. Go.
Perfect. So I am going to, because of course it's Mars, same thing, thigh strap dagger. She's good with 2 daggers. She pulls them off, and it's on the other side of the dress that's not slit. So there's also a bit of a flash moment, but you know what? That's
all right, that's
okay.
fine. She's wearing
Mars
underwear
for you. Of course.
She's not wearing underwear, is she?
As the chat was saying, it's probably Farrah's underwear.
God damn it.
So
I'll allow
they're
it.
the same size. Okay, so
Now Farrah's gonna blame Asen.
and not my problem. Okay, so and yeah, and then I'm going to just go in for a double attack, because my thinking is I don't want to be at the end of where that belt sword is. I want to be as close as possible.
Okay. As you're going to dive in, I'm going to spend a hurt them more to take the dodge action. You are going to be rolling with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. So 5. And I don't get any sneak attack unless
You don't get any
someone's
sneak attack?
Nah, no.
What'd you get?
So I'm just trying to think of what I want to add to that again. So my lower of the 2 is a 5.
Okay.
And just
So you add your proficiency plus your dex to the attack.
so 5, 4, 9, and my dex, just the number.
The mod, yeah. So it's just a normal attack. You just roll disadvantage. So I don't think if you got a 5, that's probably going to be like a 12 or so.
Yeah, so it's like a 5, a 4, and then plus 5, because my dexterity is at 20.
So 14. Okay, so you're going to lash forward, and her silks are going to swirl around, kind of engulfing your blade and throwing it to the side. You have a second attack, though, which you can make with disadvantage.
Right, okay. A 13 and a 12, so I'll take the 12 and add 9.
Okay. I'm going to cast Shield.
Okay.
Which is going to raise my AC by 5. So you are going to stab the dagger. It is going to go right toward the side of her shoulder, and a glowing shield is going to go and deflect the blade.
Okay. And then does she do anything else?
Or
is it my turn again?
Nope, she can do that as a reaction.
Okay.
All right, it's going to be her turn. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. She can make 2 attacks with this.
But I'm close.
You're close range.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? I'll give you disadvantage on this because it is a weird weapon. So what I'll give her disadvantage, I should say. So she is going to whip it around, and as she does, it is going to wrap around part of her leg, and you are going to see blood splash on it as she activates her Crimson Rite.
Okay.
And okay, the first attack is going to be a 2, which turns into it's under a 10. And she's going to whip it around and is going to... she's going to whip it again. And that's not going to do it. So it lashes out twice. You can see crackling electric energy along the length of the blade spark in your face as you dance back. Mars, it's your turn. What do you do?
Can I still be in like close range to her?
Yep.
Or did she move?
She can... Well, you're in close range still.
Cool. So, and then what hand is she using for her?
She's using her right.
So the idea is I'm going to try to do like a deceptive like jab to her left to make her try to guard, but instead drop the dagger, grab her hand, and then bite her.
Okay, that's... You know what? I'm going to give you a something good happens to let you... So go ahead and make that attack roll.
Awesome. Ooh. So I rolled a 19 plus 9.
Okay, so you're going to like swing, drop your blade. She's going to see your blade and is going to expect that you are going to be doing like the Winter Soldier grab stab, and lashes out with her heel, kicking your blade, and it's going to go into like one of the pillars nearby. Of course, while she's doing that, you're going to grab her by the arm and go, ha! And blood is going to dribble down her arm as you bite into her. That's going to be 1. What's your strength bonus?
My strength?
Yep. I think it's like +1, maybe?
Yeah. On this I had it still as like
What's your...
10.
So
But
literally... You do 1 point of damage to her because of the impromptu weapon.
And then if I have blood like on me now, I'm just gonna kiss her on the cheek.
Okay. She is going to look at the entire rest of the party is going to see this like 12 seconds of action. Like, what? I'm like, home. Mars, you just did a Mars. You just bit into this woman. She looks at you. Well, that was unconventional.
But that's me. Pleased to meet you.
She will just start cackling. Yeah, basically. She will just start cackling, and I think that's going to be yours. Fadia, make me another con save wherever you are. All right, he's still going strong.
Woo! Go Fadia. Go, girl.
Oh my gosh, that was such a Mars thing.
That was a very Mars thing. Mars, you get the Mars applause, which is different than the marzipan. Asen, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm not sure if she'd still be hanging out with Farah.
Okay.
She might have eventually tried to actually get a word into Garleon as well if he comes back.
Sure. After seeing some time has passed, he will reapproach.
Yeah, because I guess eventually it would end up looking more like we're actually getting a bit casual again, and the awkwardness is kind of like gone a little bit.
I assume that everything is going well.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, I think it is.
Have you had a chance to speak with your companions?
Not yet. not yet. They've all been busy doing. I mean, Mars just bit one of the dignitaries, so.
But she liked it.
I mean, you know, I think I'm having the normal night. But you know, overall, I think they're all gonna be fine with it. I think they all just need a bit of time. To get used to it, and I mean, Mars especially is stoked.
Yes, she seems to be a woman of good taste.
She is. She's fantastic. She's fantastic. And you know, despite the fact that I specifically got you a very, very awful drink at the beginning of the night.
It was pretty bad.
I picked it specifically because it was so bad.
It's nice to know that you haven't completely changed.
I mean, I'm the same. So I just look a bit different and have bigger boobs now, but that's fine. And definitely don't raid Farrah's closet like she thinks I do.
Was that a suggestion, or was that a warning?
No, it's just that was the first thing that Farrah said to me.
To be fair... Yes, well... I like you in this form. It fits you
I like me
better.
in this form, too.
I was wondering when you would figure that out.
I think other people were, too. I think I was one of the last ones to figure it out.
You moved your hips a lot.
Yeah, I heard that. So, but no, I think it's gonna be, it's gonna be interesting. Going into this war fight in Orkesh. Especially trying to, you know, get some of the getting some help from some of the people here, and especially if we have the two of you to help out. I know things are going to work out just fine.
Well, there's more of us than that. You'll also have a bit of help from Parlagus as well.
Oh, who's Parlagus?
My dragon.
Oh,
my
I
friend.
don't think you have actually introduced us to your dragon. So last time I saw Parlagus would have been at the spire in Azabek, right when it was being exploded.
Yes, your priestess seems quite upset about that. I've thought about it throughout the night's meal. I think that it's far more advantageous for the new Ardus of the Elves to blame Nothing Ventured than it is for them to blame me. I think that he's using that as a way to ensure the disenfranchisement of Tia's claim to the throne.
Likely, yeah.
That said, I would happily take credit for my actions.
Oh, it's been interesting, you know, everywhere we go, you know, like, oh, hey, everybody, we're Nothing Ventured, and they're like, didn't you blow up Azabek? And we go, well, I mean, we were definitely there when it exploded. And they go, oh, okay, and then usually they have some weird thing for us to do, and then everybody kind of forgets it. I think except for the elves, they're still petty about it.
I mean, they did lose their entire structure.
Yes, they did. And I mean, elves aren't particularly great at a lot of things, and losing something they say is theirs is one of those things.
How is your family taking the loss of a male heir?
They don't know about it, as far as I'm aware. So that'll be really interesting.
I imagine so.
So, I mean, growing up, I was all about, oh, inheriting the everything with the family, and taking charge of the whole city and everything. And then, I mean, after everything started happening, it was kind of just like, wow, my family aren't the greatest to deal with. So I'm not particularly sold on them anymore. They also view dragons a little bit differently than I've come to.
Yes, I've heard.
So, yeah, they don't particularly like dragons, whereas I particularly like dragons.
Good.
So, I mean,
I'm
I
glad
think
that we have that
them and I
in
kind
common.
Fair. I mean, that being said, I feel let's just leave it at that.
Aeson,
Yes.
come with me. This time, I'm choosing the drink.
You got it.
All right. So he will take you off, and you will spend some time still socializing. Tia, are you just getting up to still fraternizing with the Emresian?
I don't think so. I think that conversation sort of wrapped up.
Make me a con save. I'm going to spend a drama bomb to get you drunk.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna spend my inspiration.
No.
For the game.
Okay.
I haven't spent it yet.
That's true. And you can have another inspiration from setting the sacred timeline.
1 second. The better of the two rolls is a 11.
Okay. So you are getting pretty toasted. So go on, tell me more. Here. And as that is happening, actually, you are going to notice a wide-eyed vizier looking around for something.
Yeah, hold that. Sorry. Hold that thought. I
Yes.
think I need to.
Um.
Hey. Tia's gonna wave over to the vizier, like, you
Yes.
okay?
Where
wrong?
is Malia? Your priestess. She said that she would provide me David aid. Please help me.
Well,
You must help
Cheerleader,
me!
this will-
Can I always show up and just smack him with it at that point? Because I
Yep.
did specifically say at the end of last episode that I was going to
Yep.
pay attention, even
Yep.
after Farrah showed up.
Yep, and you're still
I'll
sober.
turn it. While this is happening, Tia's like, assistance, and Tia's gonna pull a potion out of her pocket, like out of one of her little pouch thing that she has with her, even though she's in nice outfit, because of course she's gonna do that, and is going to hand him a potion of drunk inspiration. Is gonna say, "Here, this should help."
Oh God.
I think that's
Okay.
the right one. What is it? I'm just trying to remind myself what this does, because
Yep,
I've been having
okay.
this for
So who
so
go-
long.
He'll drink
Oh.
it.
He'll be drunk, but his int score becomes 19.
His int score?
Unless you want it to be something else. That's what I have written down.
I mean, that's what it does. And then Mally is going to come up behind him at that point.
I will. Charlie, shut up. I will give him the spell.
Okay. Oh, there you are, priestess. I will do my best at this point to... yes, well, here goes nothing. He grabs a glass from a nearby...
What?
What did you hand him, Tia?
A potion?
Of what? Because he sounds drunk.
Inspiration?
I need something better to bang on this flute with. One.
Oh.
Hello,
I've
hello.
had it for a while.
Every assembled people. What a,
he's
what a wonderful night for a ball.
I think it might have been a potion of drunk inspiration.
Why did you give him?
I welcome you all to Rotranon on behalf of the wonderful and beautiful and majestic Sultana.
Well, liquid courage, but also he's smarter, technically.
The radiance
Sure.
of the Sultana has blessed
Honestly-
Rotranon for
Okay,
decades.
so I thought that's what it did. I'm not necessarily convinced that that's what that it's working. Maybe it's
However-
bad.
I must ask, Sultana, will you join me in unholy courtship?
Oh, it's our boy Vizier!
And the vizier turns and looks at the sultana, who's standing by the dessert tray, eating a shrimp, and tilts her head to the side and lets a shrimp with tail drop out of her mouth with confusion. And I think that's where we're going to call a game for the night.
What's up? It's your boy the
What's
Vizier.
up? It's your boy the
Too much liquid
vizier!
Porridge.
No, I think that went pretty well, considering.
You're supposed
God.
to ask her kind of privately in a dance, not in front of the entire ball.
Also,
Do you think that's gonna make it?
I love the shrimp falling out of her mouth.
well,
Well, she's certainly looking at
Oh
it.
my.
oh, we just got here. I'm sorry. All right, so thank you so much for everybody being here. Thank you for the raid. That is from Copic Doll Stream. Thank you so much for showing up, folks. Sorry, we're just at the end of the game. It has been a long socialization session, but if you want to see more, you should come back tomorrow night for Shadow of the Dragon Queen, our Dragonlance game here on Dork Tales. And this weekend we have a Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age campaign that runs at 7 p.m. on Saturday, and we have another homebrew game set in a Greco-Roman era setting. That it's one of our fully costumed. This is our only casual stream, so join us noon Pacific on Sunday for that one. Folks, you are all amazing. We're going to keep rating forward, but first I have to thank our sponsor for the night, Bookwyrm Games. Please go to Bookwyrm Games and use code DorkTales to save 10% off of your orders of some amazing dice, familiars, and even tea. And a big thank you to everybody on our Patreon who helps make this stream happen, starting with our divine producers, Jan and Bob, who are my parents, which is always awkward to say, to our divine producer, Precarious, who you can check out Friday nights with some of the Dork Tales team at twitch.tv/Precarious. I also need to thank our wizards of the Patreon, which of course are Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, and Eddie Isaacs. And finally, the High Council of the Patreon, who are always amazing and lovely, and we're at this party in the background sipping and eating shrimp cocktails as they deserve. That is Taryn, Buddy, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karash Urquhart, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, Mike Baxter, Kalen Whitebeard, and Jade the Maker of Monsters. If you want to join them and get an additional 6 games a month, plus some podcasts and some other things, go to patreon.com/dorktales, and for the price of a cup of coffee, less these days, because I don't know if you guys have seen, Starbucks coffees are very expensive right now. For less than a Starbucks coffee with lactose-free milk, you can support this channel, keep the lights on, and get a ton of additional content. Or at the very least, head to our YouTube and watch a bunch of our stuff, leave comments, and join our Discord, because it's free. You might as well. With that, I love you big much. You're all amazing players. Did you have fun tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. You all look
Yeah.
stunned.
I had so much fun.
All right.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
That,
It was a
that
lot.
was a lot.
And with that, we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.